Hello there, and welcome to Edge of Empire. Yes, indeed. That was intro, man.
He's got
Yeah, I thought
very grandiose.
wake people up. Anyway, episode 2 of year, would you believe it, 10 of our lovely podcast. And today,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
The grey hairs on my temple definitely make me believe it.
Yeah. I'm still debating whether to dye my beard. Like,
you know what our brother feels about that.
he's very adamant that's a bad idea. Anyway,
yeah, but
tonight on the
sometimes
program,
you feel like you have to.
I know, right? So anyway, tonight on the program, I'm joined as always by my cohorts of chaos. That is Mr. B, or Michael Bottrell, to friends, and of course my brother Chris.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon,
or whatever. Anyway,
whatever time you're having a good time, whatever time of day you are listening.
I hope you're having a good time, whatever the time is where you are. That sounds like a radio host thing. Anyway,
It does.
before we lose any more listeners with our
Smacky and
shambolic start,
Smashing
let's have a look at what we're going to be doing. So today, in this episode, we will be looking at the new releases, as always, and we're going to be talking about what we've been up to. We had a special trip to our own personal mecca, which is Warhammer World, this month. And we also look at the State of the Union, so everything heresy or heresy adjacent that we can possibly shoehorn into our show. We have done so. And I think we've got some listeners' questions as well to go through. So,
There's a couple, yeah.
So we should do that. So without further ado, let's get on with it then, Mr. B, and move on to the new releases.
New releases. We've had a few new releases this year. So I'll just get the slides up for this. And we're starting out with a book, The Shattered and the Soulless. This is basically just shoving all of the novellas that they did for what's it called? The Siege of Terror together.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
So.
Oh, right. So it's like a compendium of all of the Siege of Terror books into one handy thing.
Well,
paperback
more short stories, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're novellas, not short.
Oh, novellas.
What's the difference between a novella and a short story?
Well, I'll ask Mr. Google and
or ask Mr.
They've
Co-Pilot.
got two Magnus focused. They've got one which is sort of let's get the thing up, but it's basically one which is focused on the they're just clearing up a couple of storylines. You've got
it's about word count.
Sons of the Selenar, which is sort of like there's a group of Shattered Legions guys who feature in a couple of the novels in the main series, and it's what happens to them, and then they decide to tie that in with the whole Primaris lore, which is a choice, I guess.
Okay.
It's actually rather good, but it's
Yeah, it definitely is a choice.
It's a choice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say that. And Fury of Magnus, which is actually pretty good. It's like Magnus is looking for redemption.
That was good.
He wasn't really sorry.
It was a good book.
Yeah, he wasn't really, tied in with the whole rebel concept. And then in this book, he sort of goes looking to the Emperor and he goes to say, "Hey, I'm not really much a bad guy." And the Emperor gives him a choice, and he's like, "Nah, sod you, you're the bad guy." So interesting. They're both fairly interesting. And I think, you've got a novel size there, both by Graham McNeil. It doesn't include the final what's his called face Garrow novel, novella though.
Okay.
Then we have
a novella is 20 to 40,000 words. A short story is 10 to 20,000 words.
Okay.
So Graham, we have at least written a novella at some point.
I think we have at least a novella. Okay.
Okay, next up, we've got a couple of World Eater releases, which I think people were waiting for a very, very long time. I think it's been like nearly a year since the revealed. Apparently, there were some issues with Angron's wings getting them cast right, so
Right, okay.
But yeah, we have Angron Transfigured, who came in for the massive cost of £182. Beautiful model.
It looks better in person than the photos.
It
Yeah.
does look better in person. Yeah. Again,
Also looks smaller in person than I thought.
does,
Yeah.
it does.
Maybe on the battlefield he'll look bigger, but in the case he looks quite small.
Yeah, I'm still of the opinion, use the if you're going to use him for gaming, get the plastic 40k one. It's
I prefer the 40k one. It looks more demonic in my. That's what when I think about Demon Angron, that's the more the image that comes to mind.
And then Lotara Sarin, who is £29 and 50 pence. Great model. It is a great model. It's just like that price for the points
for one model. Yeah.
But that's what they are these days, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's the cost of everything going up, isn't it? But
isn't she? She causing like an orbital bombardment or something, doesn't she? Or she can.
I think so.
She got some pretty cool special rules. But Adam likes her, so that means that she's probably somewhat OP
I think
in
when
some
they first
way.
announced her, they said she's going to be great in Zone Mortalis.
Okay.
I don't know whether that is the case. So
slightly niche, but okay.
Well, sometimes.
She also, I think she's very good for reserve roles and flyers or something, aerial reserve. So yeah.
I like the new Zone Mortalis rule, so it would be good if she was good for that. And then we have some Skitarii stuff. So first of all, we have Journal Tactica Skitarii, the Steel Hand of Mars. This is I've read through yours, Graham, because I got you a copy for your birthday, and I had a good read through it. And
I wouldn't have known. It's very in pristine condition.
The relic missions are really great. We're going to have to try that next time we play.
Yeah, I bought the box set as well.
Yeah,
in a fit of FOMO.
I was so tempted to, but I didn't have the money.
It's basically one squad of Skitarii in there.
You can make them 2 squads, though, can't you?
You could if you want, yeah, but you wouldn't really make an 8-man squad of these. So yeah, and then you get the Voltrax, the singular Voltrax as well.
Yeah.
These models do look very good, though. So I'm quite looking forward to adding. Yeah. So I'm going to add them to my Mechanicum robots list, I think, and take out the Kaitan, because the Kaitan is very cool, but he's a bit tough to deal with if you haven't got anything to deal with him. So I think I might go with these and put them in finally get to use an armored conveyor to actually transport some troops.
Yeah.
It's actually also got the rules for the news, whatever they're called, Myrmidons.
Myrmidons, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have to be all armed with the same weapon now.
Yeah.
As opposed to the old rules where they could be armed with whatever they like.
Yeah. Sorry, you were asking me a question about the Triaris.
Yeah, the Triaris. Does that have to be a Skitarii Triaris, or can it use its own?
Yes, it does.
Or it has to be a Skitarii, because I saw that they've got a Skitarii Triaris as a option now, as opposed to just a normal.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Exactly the same, but I mean, is it you can't just take a Mechanicum Triaris?
No, because then you'll be putting your different faction into somebody else's
So they
transport, which you cannot do.
They're
not. They have the Skitarii subtype. They don't have the Mechanicum subtype, so they can't. Yeah,
no cross pollination in transport.
Yeah, they are a separate entity for all intents and purposes.
It's really cool in person, but it's one of those ones where I'm pretty sure once people start painting them up, they're going to look so much better.
They do look good. I think I'm going to go with a sort of black cowl that they're wearing with a brass metallic armor.
Yeah.
Okay. And that box set is £85 and the book is £17. As I said, the relic missions look really good and I do want to give them a try.
Yeah.
Then we have Space Marine heads.
Everybody's favourite part of the show.
You only really want it's only really the top bit here you want to be looking at, because the rest is all Primaris.
Okay.
I mean, a couple of them are like, you could use them in maybe Mars.
Haven't we seen these before?
We have, but only as preview. They only just came out.
Okay, gotcha. All right, fair enough.
50.
We won't need to worry about their bedroom faces because we've already been down this road.
Yeah. There we have indeed.
Bear heads is always good to have variety, because there's only a couple of bear heads on the normal sprues that we get.
They're basically never used by me.
Yes, I mean I like that.
No place for helmetless people here.
the law of sort of Darwinism would have put paid to them some
Yeah.
time ago. I feel in the 41st
Well,
millennia. I'm going to run into battle without the helmet
yeah,
because
my bones
reasons.
may be super tough, but they
Yeah.
still will get a bolt round.
So the face is still going to do me in. Hmm.
Yep,
One-way ticket to a dreadnought, basically.
exactly.
Okay.
But the next lot, we've got the 2 lots of Terminators released at last is equal kits, £42.50 for 6 packs, the same price as the old 10-pack. And you can either have them with Volkite and Power
Really?
Balls or
Wow.
Combi Bolters and Power Fists.
So you lose 4 for the same money. Blimey.
Yeah.
And you don't get all the things in one kit either.
No.
They're 2 different kits.
Are they?
2
Yeah.
different.
It's me.
Basically, you get the
The-
sprue with the body on it and the heads. And then you
Yeah.
get a separate sprue with the weapons. So that being
Right.
either the
So there's a Power Fist squad.
with
Also the-
bolters.
Yeah,
and
the right hand
flamer.
squad and the left hand, the left hand 5 and
Oh,
the right
yeah.
hand 5 in the image that we've put up. They are 2 different squads.
Right.
They are 2 different kits.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
It's not
it's hard to.
Yeah. Hard to see the justification for that.
Well, no, it's easy. Unfortunately, it's easy
Well,
to see the justification.
Refer to
because
our earlier conversation about the second season of Hijack, right? It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. But yes, it does feel. I hate it because I just think, but it's price gouging. There's no other way of phrasing it. It is just simply going. Yeah, you want all these things, you can pay twice as much. Yeah.
And I would have preferred it personally if they'd also made the weapon sprues a separate purchasable option as well.
So that's what they had with that Titan, wasn't it, a few years ago?
Yeah, that's what I would have liked to have seen personally. I would have liked to have seen the body and whatever kit, and then separately, I could have bought the sprue with the Volkites, and because I could match. Right now, it feels like I want to buy both kits if I want to.
Yes.
Well, I do have to buy both kits.
That's the plan.
Someone who has about 30 Cataphracti old plastic Terminators.
Yes, that's what I've got to say.
Sitting around on sprue still.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I've still got them from that Age of Darkness box.
yeah,
About-
exactly. Mine
The thing
me
is,
too.
though, and the thing is, though, the old kit wasn't the only thing the old kit really had going on it compared to these is 4 Terminators extra. Because it was still restricted to essentially the kit on the right. You only had on screen, that is, if you can see us, you only had Power Fists, a Power Sword, Bolters, and a Flamer. Yes, you had the Chain Fist attachment as well, but I think with this kit,
fair enough.
But you did
Yeah,
have
but
the same thing.
But I had more
wanted-
Terminators.
Yeah, if you wanted anything else, you either had to source them from a Etsy or 3D printing kind of thing, or you had to buy a very expensive Forge World upgrades.
That's true.
So I'm not.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's
Fair
not
enough.
that much different in that respect.
Well,
Mm.
I would argue, this to be,
Yep.
that if I'm spending 40 quid and I get 10 Terminators, okay, it's not going to cost me another 40 quid to necessarily buy.
No, I'm absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that one. I'm just saying the only big difference is in terms of what you get is the fact that you're just getting 4 less Terminators, which in itself sucks. But weapon wise, it's not much different.
Okay.
And I'm fully agree with you there, Chris. You got more in the old packs, and that was better. But
I can buy 10 combi Proxite, 10 combi Volkites from a guy on Etsy for $9.98.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. But
this shoulder pads are cool. Sorry.
I tell you what, though, we've seen
Well done,
these in
Etsy,
person now, and we were all a bit. They look a bit jank, don't they, on the pictures? And they do look not great on the pictures. They look a bit stretched out, but in person, they look a lot better.
Yeah, okay. I get why they updated them. Nonplussed one way or another, really.
I would have preferred just an upgrade sprue for the extra weapons.
Yeah.
That's just me. I would have liked them to say, okay, we're going to give you 5 in a box. Here's the upgrade, but we're also going to put in a sprue to give you Volkites power weapons and the extra heavy weapons. That would have been me, but what I know doesn't necessarily happen. Okay. Next up, we have the breaches, also available individually. I think a lot of people are actually fairly angry about the cost of the upgrade sprue.
I didn't actually look at how much it was.
£30 or 24 Element Games.
But it's only 40 quid for the whole set, isn't it, or something?
Yes.
So it's like £10 different.
So £15 for the bodies, effectively.
Yeah.
I'd rather get... I mean, I get why they've done it, because as a full set, it's probably cheaper to make than just the individual sprue. That might sound silly, but, for most people are going to buy the individual sprue. Not the individual sprue, the box set. And they've just made this available for, if you got spares.
Because they're designed for Mark II, aren't they?
They're designed for Mark III.
Mark III.
Yeah. Iron.
Yeah.
But there's nothing stopping you using it with Mark III.
But I'm sorry, what comes in the Saturn? It's Mark II, isn't it?
Mark II, yeah. There's nothing that's stopping you from using this upgrade sprue with Mark II. The arms will just look a bit Mark III, but then again, Mark III and Mark II aren't that far off, really, in a lot of
things. You don't really need the helmets, do you? I don't think the helmets need to be in there, because it just feels like a bit unnecessary faff.
Well, I mean,
just the arms and the shield.
And you can't use these for Mark VI either, can you? I suppose.
Yes, you can. You can use this with Mark VI. It's fully compatible. I've seen someone do it. But
they look a bit weird. Yeah. Because Mark VI are a little bit more lithe, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've got loads of bloody Mark VI kicking about.
I
want the chunky boys.
I 100% understand why they've offered this upgrade sprue separately, because people whinge if they don't. But I also understand why the price is what it is.
Every upgrade kit comes in at around 25 quid there. That's the thing. It's just kind of
this is a bigger upgrade kit.
I mean, I suppose for me it'd be quite good if I had a Mark II squad, right? What I could then do is use this sprue for the breaches, but use the heads for Mark VI Marines. Because I hate Mark VI beaky heads as well, Yeah.
No, this is bigger because it's if you think about it, this has got the weapons, the arms, the heads, and the shields. It's a big sprue. It's not just like I would have thought personally they would have done a 5-person sprue and just have a half one and just have 2 smaller ones.
That's what the old resin one, wasn't it? It was the old resin one was only 5.
Yeah, but the old resin kit was 5, but it was quite expensive, relatively speaking. But
anyway, it's air and plastic, I guess, if you want to. But again, I would still be thinking for extra. What's the difference on Element Games to the actual breach?
Element Games prices. I have put them on the show notes. Put my mouse cursor again. The Element Games.
So the breach upgrade kit is 30 quid.
All 24 Element Games. That's one of the other things. They haven't made the upgrade kit direct only, which is quite good.
Nice change. But how much is it actually to buy the
squad? If you buy it from a Games Workshop, $44.50. If you buy it from Element Games, it was already £35.60. I remember they do, so it's $37.82 now. They do alter their price a couple of weeks after release, so it's now $37.82. So
it's an extra £12, I guess.
Yes.
You get the squad. I mean, you might get the squad and then sell the other ones that you have.
Even if you're going to use it for your Mark II, it's still worth it to get an extra set of Mark III, because then you can do, all right, I'm going to give them some heavy weapons or whatever with this squad.
You're not wrong, Mr. B. You are not wrong.
I don't think it's a...
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's silly. It's like, I'm just trying to think. It's like when you've got 2 products which are very close together and they make one product one price that's not that much cheaper just to make the better product look much better value.
Yeah.
That probably sounds conspiratorial.
So I'm just going through. So apart from the disintegrator weapons upgrade kit.
Yeah.
Every weapons upgrade kit on GW's site is 30 quid.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So take dealer's choice really, but I think I'm with you on this. If I wanted breaches, I'd buy the breacher block set.
Yeah.
And then if I'll just use my Mark II for something else, right? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I just
Yeah.
use them. I just use the Mark III for, I don't know, Command Squad or. But again, it's the same. The Command Squad crew is not priced that much cheaper than buying the
The Command Squad itself.
Mm.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But I bought that twice, and both times I've looked at it and I'm like, it's not that much just to get the. Anyway, moving on. We are moving on to a couple of honorable mentions. These are a couple of box sets which came. I think they're no longer available now, so it might be mute. But you had these two battle forces, the Sekhmet Coven and the Lords of Excess. Yeah, they're still available at Element Games. And I think that you got the parts to make some some late heresy, siege terror, or even a themed stuff there for the Thousand Sons and the Emperor's Children.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, the Vortex Mutalef, you're going to have to probably put into some Demon Force or something. But
Yeah, he could pass off as a demon, something or another.
yeah. Obviously, Demon Prince, perfectly usable for whatever purpose you want to with a demon army.
They're quite cool, actually. I do like the Thousand Sons.
Yeah, Noise Marines and all sorts of things. Yeah, they're just fantastic for a post-terrorist. I mean, for the Emperor's Children, they got sick and twisted pretty early on, so
Yeah.
they're quite good.
Nice.
Okay. Fantastic. So those are the new releases. So how about we go and talk about what we've been up to? So
Good plan.
Right, what we have been up to. Okie dokie. This is where we're going to talk about all the things that we have done since we last sat down and had this conversation. And we have done collective things as a group, as an entity. We went and had a little holiday and did some stuff. But Mr. B and Graham did some other stuff before that. So let's get the ball rolling with those adventures, shall we, chaps? Before we get into
talk about your big gaming day, Graham?
Yeah, can do. So this was the event that Michael organised, which was great. We had to slightly adjust the missions somewhat, but I think I really enjoyed the missions, which was great, and we had a good time with that. But yeah, so basically, I had two games. The first one was against James Collett, who's a long-time friend of the show and supporter of us, comes to all our events, and really great guy. So he sort of said, "Oh, can I play Graham?" So Michael arranged it, which was great. So it was against Raven Guard, which I'd not played before. In this edition, I hardly see them really. But yeah, they were quite tasty.
They're hiding. That's why.
No, but they were pretty tasty, to be honest with you. So I took my dark mech to see how I could, because that's quite a friendly army as armies go. Yeah, they struggled a little bit against the might of the Raven Guard, to be fair. But in the end, I think we ran out of time. We were having such a good time talking about stuff. So I think we called it a draw in the end. But I think, to be fair, James was being a bit charitable there. He had a lot of flyers, which was unique and interesting because you don't see them anymore. So that was good. And then my second game was against Damien's Emperor's Children. So that was a nice.
White Scars.
White Scars. No, it was Emperor's. Was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't White Scars because they weren't white.
I'm sure it was White Scars.
Ooh, no.
Because you had the Cerastus Knight.
Yeah, that was the only thing that looked White Scarsy.
I'm just looking for the pictures now on the movie that Chris made.
So yeah, look, see, that is not White Scars.
That's Emperor's Children.
Emperor's Children. See, they're
that's definitely purple.
Yeah.
So he was playing White Scars
because you're high on crystal meth.
Yeah, because he usually does. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, there was some. What was that? Raven Guard. They might have been Raven Guard, actually.
Oh, yes.
They were Raven Guard.
Yeah.
They were Raven Guard.
On the traitor side, so why would you be playing Emperors?
Yes, good point. So yeah, they were Raven Guard. I'm sorry, Damien. So I had to play double Raven Guard. So by this time I had a bit of a...
Wasn't James just playing his Alpha Legion? This is where it's going to come unraveled.
It's going to come... No, it was definitely Raven Guard. I'm sure. It was some time ago. But anyway, another really good game against Damien. And we had a kind of a big automata robot versus Night Off. and I think my automata managed to take him down, which I was quite pleased about.
Yes, I think
But it went on
was
for a huge
expecting the
round.
knight to beat your Kaitan.
Yeah, it does help when you've got a Magos next to your Kaitan, sort
Yeah.
of fixing him and
'Cause at
stuff.
the time, I was like, there's some of the other podcasters. I was sort of talking to them at the time, and I was like, "Oh, what do you think is going to happen here?" And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, the knight's going to absolutely destroy the Kaitan."
The knight did not do a lot of damage, and bear in mind the Kaitan's got 14 wounds.
Yeah.
So it takes some
That's it, isn't
getting
it? It's wounds.
through. Yeah. She's not a vehicle. And he's only got 4 attacks, but they're strength 12 attacks. So he's smashing his way, through the front of the old knight without any trouble at all, really. So yeah, he was cool. That was a really exciting fight, actually. And the Vindicators are good, actually. The blast template ones are a proper pain, but I think I might have edged the win on this one. You have to basically get into the deployment zone of the other people where there was an objective, and we changed a lot of the missions here. So we changed the scoring from at the end of every player turn to the end of the turn, which I think actually made the missions more interesting.
End of the game turn, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come on to that. I
don't understand why they didn't go down that road. But
I have thoughts on that, which we'll come on to later on.
yeah, but so that worked really well. And again, I quite like my Dark Back army with the robots. I think I've got it to a point where I'm quite happy with it now. And they do okay for themselves. So yeah, good times. So that was my big gaming day.
Big gaming day.
Yeah.
Mr. B, did you play anything at Big Gaming Day, or were you
I
just?
did not. We managed to sell all the tickets. Well, not all the tickets, but we had an even enough that I didn't have to play, which is a shame in a way. But it meant I could I was making tea and coffee. Actually,
You were
making tea and coffee for people, which was
playing on your Steam Deck. So yeah, that was a great day.
Yeah, I play on my Steam Deck. I made tea and coffee for people. Hung out.
Nice.
Doing the important stuff.
This is all good.
Yeah,
It's all good.
it was a very chill event, and
Well, that's
it
what
was
I
nice
try
to
to
see
do.
James.
I'm not trying to do like big competitive. Oh yeah, let's have this big throwdown. Who's going to be the thing? I'm just like, yeah, let's chill. Let's have a couple of games. And I think 2 games is a nice chilled level.
It is, yeah.
We've got another date in May for one, so I'm going to put that up in the next couple of days. So
we could put the missions up actually on the website.
I'll put them in the show notes.
We'll glam them up a bit, and then we'll.
Yeah, they need. I think it's the only one alteration that we need, because we played them again at the our time in Warhammer World.
Yeah. Mr. B, you painted some things, didn't you?
Yes, I have painted some things. Just give me a second. The screen here. Blah 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 blah. Yep, I painted some mostly Solar Auxilia. I got a las rifle section and a command section and some Legate Marshals painted up. A couple of Legate Marshals that were 3D printed just because I like the look of the models. So I got sent that, and I was like, yeah, they're quite cool. But Solar Auxilia is just 20 odd models at a time is just such a slog.
Yeah,
and they're so detailed.
Yeah,
I love the models. I love what you do with them, but it's a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. That's always the thing that puts me off doing, and puts me off doing the talent as well. Is this volume of people and having to paint small things. Yeah. Good, thanks.
Well,
it's a slow process.
Yeah, it's a very slow process. But I also did some tech thralls. I did 20 of them. Now I've 3D printed these because honestly, I don't like the new tech thralls. I just don't like them. I prefer the look of. I like this STL that I found. I bought. It's very samey. There's not a lot of variation, but it's. I don't know. I just prefer that look as opposed to
the old like semi-forge world look.
Yeah.
The new ones are a pain to put together as well, so you save yourself some grief there.
I mean, these are literally 2 parts.
Yeah.
The thing with the new GW ones is, for me, they remind me of sort of going back to it, sort of 80s and 70s Doctor Who villain.
Yeah.
You know, big boxy chest made of cardboard.
They've got a bit of a Cyberman about them, I will give you that.
Yeah, stick a helmet on the top, and
they're not bad. It's just not what I wanted to.
Tech thralls are actually kind of useless. I mean, I've got 40 of them. I just can't face the thought of painting them.
Gotcha.
I just think these happen to look. They've got that more Forge World kind of look, rounded helmet. that I think
Yeah.
I just prefer. I like the new ones. They're not what
Yeah. You do you.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, Mr. B. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong at all.
I just think the old Forge World look is better than the plastic look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, the Stormhammer that Graham gave me, got that painted, which was
Looks
great.
really good.
It does not last very long at all in the game.
There's something about it though, isn't it? I think it's because it is literally bristling with weapons.
Yeah.
You know, other
Yep.
super heavies have got a few guns on them. The Stormhammer is
All guns.
yeah. Oh, you've taken that rivet out to put a las pistol out. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. It's that kind of vibe.
It's a cool tank. Does look
Yeah.
good.
Phenomenal. It's a phenomenal vehicle, but yeah, it's got so many guns on it, but you can't really use them all very well. I mean, I've not managed to use the and they're not amazing guns either. I mean, it's great, but it's not like a super heavy or like a volcano cannon or anything on it, which is
Because it's got all multi lasers on the side, isn't it?
You can put las cannons on this side.
Okay.
you can, but I would because of the way it's not a sponsor. It's a
No, it's not. They're sort of side mounted, aren't they?
yeah.
Isn't
I'm moving towards flamers are better on there.
I don't know. I mean, 3 flamers on the side, I guess. I think the ones you've got on there are as good as they're going to get, really. Because, like you say, they're kind of situational.
Flamers
And
multi lasers. They are
You're not
very
going to want to put your side armor onto anything, really.
No, but it's for me the idea of flamers is more in case I get charged.
There's no death of glory anymore, so they're still. If they charged you from the front, you still wouldn't be able to hit them with the flamers.
No, but it's more a case of I think the side weapons need to be kept cheap.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they
Absolutely.
just need to be kept as cheap as possible.
I
Because
think in the kit they're all magnetized, which is
Yes,
very
they
rare
are.
for me. So you can just swap them out.
they are, and I'm going to try and find some bolters because the original kit doesn't come with bolters; it just comes with the multi lasers,
Oh, that's right. Multi laser
flamers,
and the las cannons.
And it's like the las
Yeah.
cannons. I'm looking at them and I'm like, there's absolutely no way I ever want to take las cannons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I suppose you might be lucky if you're sort of in the middle of the battlefield. You could maybe get 2 las cannons on something.
Park up and yeah.
But you're hitting them on 4s as well with your rubbish ballistic skill.
I think it's considering how much las cannons actually cost.
It's like 10 points per las cannon on that, isn't it? It's another 30 points.
Yeah, the las
Or
cannons
60
are-
points on both sides.
The las cannons cost way too much for what you're getting.
Mm.
I just wouldn't personally put the las cannons on. And yeah, obviously command squads for Solar Auxilia I'm learning that they are interesting in how much you need them.
Yep.
Because you can't I don't think they're one that I mean there's 3 different types of command squad. And they all vary in what they can do, but it's like the 2 ones that are like really important are your tactical and your command. Sorry, your line. Because you've got one that gives you officer of the line, so that gets you your extra detachments. And then you've got another one, which for a las rifle section within oh god, what was it? 18 inches, it gives them what do you call it again? Line 2.
Yeah. That means you've got to put them in danger, doesn't it? Basically.
Yes, you've got to put them in danger. But more annoyingly, they're a separate unit. You don't attach them to a las rifle section. They're a separate unit. So you've got to if you're using a transport to get your las rifle section up the top of the field, you've then got to spend money on not money, well money as well, but points on a transport to get them. And of course the other transport that you can get in plastic that doesn't cost an arm and a leg is a Drakazan. Or you've got to
Which is a lot of points.
Which is a ton of points.
Source or you've got to try and source an Aurochs.
Aurochs, yeah, and that's
Are
Forge World.
expensive for real money. And obviously 3D printing then limits your ability to take them to Forge World, Warhammer World, but
Yeah.
as we saw from somebody who
Somebody rocked up with a Somewhat
printed knight and a printed titan, wasn't it?
Titan, Warhound Titan, Warlord Titan.
No, Warlord Titan. Yeah, just turned
Yeah.
up with that.
Yeah, flimsy.
Politely asked to pack it away. And
I like my 3D printed models. I do 3D print a lot of models, but I will never take them to Warhammer World because it's just not. It's not polite. I think is the best way to put it.
yeah, I can only assume that they weren't aware of the rules, because I think that's the only way you would do it is if you're just going to rock up with something that large.
I mean, it used to be back in the day that you could bring a big, home scratch built model, but I think that's the thing. A lot of those models back in the day, like the scratch built Warhounds, were scratch built from plasticard and cardboard. And
yeah, I remember seeing somebody walked up with an Imperator Titan once, like to scale on 40K scale. That was all home built, which is very cool. But
I think when it's a direct rip off of the GW model, and it's just
yeah.
But anyway,
Graham's been painting some stuff, hasn't he? So shall we?
I have.
Graham's painted. Okay, so Graham has painted a. Ooh. Oh, is it not just? Oh no, that's because it's not on the. Give it a second.
We're definitely building a suspense here. Yeah.
What's new? This is it for the audio listeners who will have to endure this.
That's
there we go. Now you can look at it on.
What did you paint, Graham?
I painted a brass scorpion.
A brass scorpion.
Yes, because it's an awesome thing, and it was actually quite tricky to paint. Because it's all brass and all red, and I used the I used the New Vallejo colours, so they've got a metallic range out now.
Yeah.
So I used the metallic red for that. I did think about trying to do the sort of Tamiya clear coat.
Yeah.
Decided against it because I was just like, no, that's quite difficult to do, and I've used it in places, but it's like a big model. I have without airbrushing it anyway. It's tricksy.
I saw this one at Warhammer World when we were down there, and I asked the guy how he did it because it looks like bruised flesh. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, it's corn red." But all I've done is I sponged on his flesh, and it's quite good. So he's just.
But yeah, so I did this. Lots of also the what's that two-tone paint called? Green shift paint.
Yeah.
Green stuff, whatever it is.
Green stuff, yeah, colour shift.
Colour shift, yeah. So I used a lot of that because I like all my Mechanicum, Dark Mechanicum have got that in them just to give them that demonic, like they've been possessed look. And so I thought that's quite cool for the brass scorpion. So yeah, I'm actually going to use that because it's actually better than the Khitan. It's got some pretty good shooting attacks as well. So, and it's just such a cool model. Expensive points-wise, 600 points I think, but it's a very cool model. So yeah, I'm going to use that with my Dark Mechanicum just to give them something a bit different.
I've got some Turbo Dork colour shift paints, and they're quite good.
Okay. So yeah, that's me. That was what I did really. It took a long time because there's lots and lots of gold and brass and red on that bad boy. So yeah.
It's good. Cool. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does look very good. Looks pretty. Okay. Right.
So shall we discuss our trip?
Yes. Well, should me and Graham talk about the game we played on the Friday first?
Yes, by all means. We went. So the three of us. Let's set the scene out properly, and then you discuss your game because you'd already arrived at this point. So the three of us, Dave, mine and Graham's brother, Adam, who we talked about on the show, and two of our other friends, Warren and John, basically our D&D group, travelled up to Warhammer World. You travelled down to Warhammer World, and we set our sights on 3 days or 2.5 days of catching up with friends who Graham hasn't seen Warren in the flesh for
some
years now, and we've all known each other a long time.
Yeah.
So Mr. B's never met these people in person, and they talked to them online or seen them online. So that was Yeah, it was a nice sort of coming together of our D&D group, and we're all nerds and we're all into the hobby of in some fashion. Um, John's kind of lingering on the periphery, dangling his toe in, undecided about what he wants to do. And Warren just does his own
Yeah.
things. He just picks stuff up and paints it when he wants to. Does a bit of 40k with Adam, a bit of
Yeah.
Titanic stuff in the day. So yeah, we've all got interested. So Warhammer World seemed like the smartest place for us all to collectively reconvene. And you travelled down on the Friday and got there before everybody else, and you managed to fix a little game in
Yeah.
between Graham's Ultramarines and Michael's Solar Auxilia.
Yes.
Yes.
Which went
About as well
Me
as
and-
one could expect.
Me and Dave turned up and saw the carnage laid out before us at this point and thought it's not looking great for Mr. B at this point.
no. But I mean, he actually didn't do too bad
Mr. B,
points.
I believe you have some photos of this, Mr. B.
Yes, we've got a little movie here. Where is it? G versus M. That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, so it wasn't terrible for me. It was just, not great for me.
I mean, the Kratos is a fantastic anti-tank tank because it's 14 armor all round. It's quite 10 hull points. It's a proper beast of a thing, and if you get within 24, it's obviously the Melta rule, so it's armor bane and it doubles the damage. And I think the gun, each shot does like 8 if it's doubled or something. It's insane amount of damage. Did 16 damage to your tank. It basically killed it in one turn.
Yeah, the Kratos is to be perfectly blunt. I think what GW have done is gone, it was terrible in the last edition. It was a great looking tank. It had lots of cool weapons, but nobody wanted to take it. And then
Or buy it.
What was good, what was bad is now good.
It's phenomenally good. I mean, it's something of a glass cannon if you came up against 3 Vindicators, for example. But I
mean, most things are going to be glass cannon territory when you're up against Vindicators. I mean,
the
the
Melta Kratos is sort of getting into. I think it's starting to get into that las cannon.
10-man las cannon territory.
As the obligatory unit.
I had it before it was cool.
You did, to be fair. I mean,
all right, Mr. Bacon Boy Hat. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I had them in.
No, Graham, I
you
know
with
you
your
did.
sourdough bread and your
I know you did, Graham.
Avocado on toast.
Avocado on toast. Yeah, don't
living
you worry.
in North London,
Yeah,
near Islington.
We know you heard about the lightning seeds before everybody else. Yeah,
know you did. It's like you had lightning claw terminators before because they're really good now.
Yeah. So
and you use them quite a lot. Not less so now though, but you do still.
Mr. B, you know why this is though, don't you? Because he's a power gamer and he looks for all the most powerful things.
Totally,
and
100%.
Studies the form. That's what he does.
That's what I do. Study the form, like I'm in a bookie somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
With a roll up out my mouth. Going, what's wrong at the 415 at Chepstow?
Why do you think he used to own greyhounds, Mr. B? Why? It was in the life. It was in the life, you know.
Because he really liked them.
I do. I love them. But I also had Gilliman, who was also absolutely devastating against tanks.
Yeah.
It's just a heads up. He's Primarch, he rips them to bits. So it was a pretty cool. I mean, I like that army. That's a pretty good Ultramarines army. So it's Gilliman, some Caesarean in a Land Raider. Got squads in Rhinos for the Rhino Rush objective seeking. I think I have some full Montaris in there as well, with a Praetor with a Paragon Blade and Terminator armor. So pretty strong, a strong list, and an assault squad, and of course a Master of Signals, which is all the boxes ticked because you can basically switch them from Vanguard to line, and then jump objectives.
Absolutely.
He's so good.
No, Master of Signals is
so good.
The unsung hero of this edition.
I don't think he's unsung.
He's definitely not unsung.
Yeah. He's got a 14-hour opera about him at this point.
Somebody was saying when they went to the Warhammer World event, most people with the sort of power gaming people were taking tarantulas.
Yes.
And I can't remember what it was. It might be Master of Signals as well. But there was like a couple of units, but tarantulas everywhere.
Yeah, I've
'Cause
heard
they
a lot
react
about
all the time.
tarantulas and the reactions being.
'Cause it's a free reaction, basically. So
Yeah.
if you move, they shoot you.
Yeah.
And that's what they were doing with them. So, but I can't remember what the other unit was.
I've heard an absolute ton about las cannon tarantulas.
Yeah. So yeah, just something to watch out for. But yeah, so anyway, cool units, good times. They absolutely murderized the poor Solar Auxilia though. Gotta be
Yeah,
honest.
I think it was when you brought on your flyer, Mr. B. There's such hopes, such absolute hope that this was going to be the moment, and Graham just went nope, and just
No, that was. Did it do all right that game? I can't remember.
it came on. You were going to pick some people up or drop
Oh
some
yes,
people.
yes. The second time it came, the first time it came on, did its job, no problem. It was it was the second time it was going to come on, pick up a squad, and get them out of danger.
Except I think I had the Punisher version of the Sakaran.
Yes, that was what did it. It just because the Arvis lighter is basically it's worse than a Rhino.
Yeah, and
yeah,
and because the max strength on the guns on the Punisher is 6, all its turrets defensive. So that's I think it's like 18 shots or 16 shots or something crazy.
I think it's great. It's absolutely phenomenal as a thing if you can get it jobs done. But if it gets hit by anything, it's knackered.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. So yeah, you had a lot of tanks. They were just very bad. You know,
it was a fortunate matchup between the two armies. I think.
I mean, it's just that it's hitting the difference between hitting on 3s and hitting on 4s.
I've gone. Yeah, it's having the coaxial rule in the last edition made Vanquishers.
I thought a Vanquisher was 2 shots, but it's 1, isn't it?
It's 1 now.
It used to be 2.
It was 2 last year.
They were which made them reasonable. Yeah,
they've really nerfed in this edition. It's a bit annoying how much they've gone. Hey, Vanquishers. That was. I mean, to be fair, they were beyond good.
I don't think so. I don't think they were that. They were good, but they weren't overpoweredly good.
For the cost, they were.
The Vindicator was still as good as it is now.
For me, it's the cost of the Vindicator cannon in the last edition. It was just too. It was too cheap for what with the twin linked coaxial or the coaxial that made it essentially.
Most of the time, you hit on 4s anyway. I didn't think
the last edition, 72 inches, strength 9, AP 2, heavy 2, Thunder, brutal 2.
Yeah,
and you got to remember it had the coaxial rule.
Yeah, so
which essentially made it twin linked.
Twin links.
Yeah.
And for I think it was like 10 points or something. The upgrade, it was stupid cheap.
I mean, you would take that over any other weapon that you could put on a Lehman Russ every day of the week.
Exactly. The whole thing with the Solar Auxiliary Army in the last edition was if it's not a Vanquisher cannon, leave it at home.
Yeah, pretty much.
And in this edition, they've really toned that back, which is great. But I think they've gone too far.
So now it's still the same range, 1 shot, strength 10, AP 2, 3 damage.
It's 1 shot, and if you hit on
1 shot,
50.
Yeah.
What's it heavy again? It's heavy D, isn't it?
It's auto.
No, it'll be a heavy is next to it on the.
Sorry, it has heavy X. I haven't got the heavy. I don't know what heavy is.
Heavy basically means.
I know. I don't have the.
What the thing is,
What the thing is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think it's D.
I think it's D.
Probably, yeah. So make it damage 6 on her.
No, damage 4.
Oh, damage 4. Sorry, yeah. Damage 4.
Ordnance doubles, which is why the flipping Vindicators are just too good.
They are too good.
Anyway, shall we move on and talk about
Actually, weirdly enough, Adam was talking about the laser Vindicators because he's got 3 of them in his 3,000 point army, and I was like, "Oh, you say you got them, have you?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, I listened to your podcast, and you were going on about them, so that's why I've got them." I was like, "Damn it, undone."
Yep. Hoisted by our own petards.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got 1. I feel in my Imperial Fist.
I've got 3 in my. I've got 3 in my.
Okay, here's the question.
Marines.
Here's the question.
I'm very close to getting 1 from my Ultra.
10-man las cannon squad.
Yeah.
Generally viewed poorly these days.
Yes.
We can all agree on that, I think.
Yes.
Just not as good as it
Should the-
was. It's still
should-
good.
No. Everyone views it as it's a bit naughty.
It's a little bit naughty.
Should the 3 laser vindicators go into the same bracket as the 10-man las cannon squad?
Absolutely.
Well, I would say no.
Because he is part of the laser vindicator promotion.
Promotion.
The board.
Let me just get my payment from the laser vindicator.
Look
Uh,
at that separate.
If someone brings one, maybe two, it's like, yeah, that's a sensible choice because it's a really good unit at what it does.
I got really excited the other day because I found that I had some vindicators, and then I got disappointed that they were the demolisher cannon ones, and I was like, oh no.
It's still pretty good though.
No,
Not as
it's
good.
not. Yeah, it's not what you want to find in the.
The only advantage 10-man las cannon squad has. Bear in mind, Adam's got 10-man las cannon squad and 3 vindicators.
And he's a death guard, so he can just wander about.
Just saying.
No, they've really toned the
they can't
back. So you can only move 4 inches now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh really? So you can only move.
You know what I said? A minute ago.
As well.
You know when I discussed in the pre-show about things that
heavy D. So basically, they're 2 damage on every las cannon for the price of 3 inches of movement. Get in the bin. So anyway, I think that the Vindicator does have one distinct disadvantage, which can't react.
Yeah, it can't. Yeah.
So it can't return fire.
No, and 10-man las cannon squads
can.
Yes,
but they are tanks are harder to get through these days, like 5 whole points.
Yeah, but you can't even shoot them with a tack squad or anything because you will just get
10 las cannons in there.
las cannons back.
Yeah, all you have to do is try and get them to burn their reactions on something less important.
Yeah,
it's your only chance, really. Bear in mind that they can't, unlike in the last edition, they can't use the las cannons in Overwatch or volley fire. So that's at least one thing that there's
one welcome advantage. But
I think 10-man las cannon squad, particularly if you don't move it, it's going to do more damage because it's 10 shots damage too if you don't move them. But the problem with the Vindicator is it's that ordnance. If you don't move it, it's that each shot's double.
Absolute tank killers.
Yeah, they are the best tank killers in the world. There is nothing that can. I mean, they will go through a. I'm thinking of Bricktop from.
Pigs.
Yeah. They'll go through a fully grown man in 40 minutes. So they will literally go through. Let's have a look what Vindicator has. So I've got them obviously on my Ultramarines list. So Vindicator is going to be Melta laser destroyer, 36-inch range, fire protocols 2, range strength 10, so better than a las cannon. AP 2, obviously, damage 3, ordnance D. So each shot is doing 6. So 2 shots, 12 damage, and you only need 4s. You have a Spartan to do that because they've got armor.
Yeah.
So you'll basically put 2 shots will put a Spartan in the ground.
Which is not an easy feat for anything
else. No.
Yeah. Also, a group of hungry pigs can eat a human in less than an hour.
That's what it is. There you go.
Yeah. 2 pounds of flesh every minute.
Yeah, that's the other quote. Yes, there we go. What a good film. Anyway.
Okay, so we're in the evening. We were we just basically hung out, didn't we?
It's a lot of fun. And I think it's one of these weird things where people talking about, men don't talk or, they don't have this space to be men anymore and all that other kind of alpha male nonsense. I think we're the antithesis of that. I think that when we get together, we start talking about things. It's just a non-stop hilarity.
I think none of us are those alpha bro. Not bad.
No, it was just really fun. It was just so funny. We're talking about all the old, and you got an insight into some of the shenanigans that we got up to, in our shit. I mean, I was thinking about how long I've known Warren now.
Yeah. I mean,
it's coming up for, I must have met him somewhere around 96, 97. So this could be our 20th anniversary.
No,
I can't lie. 30th anniversary. Oh my God.
Because I've known him 23 years.
Yeah.
I'm 24 4 years I've known Warren and Adam and all those
Yeah.
guys.
So we were talking about when Adam used to work for Games Workshop in the shop in Brighton, and this is back in the day. And what he would do is he would let us go into the shop after hours, play games. It was great.
First game I ever played was in GW in Brighton on a Monday night after it
Yeah.
was closed with you guys and
Great times.
Yeah, the store manager at both Colchester and Ipswich was exactly the same.
Yeah, it was a much looser culture, I think, and again, it was a bit more relaxed, but it was good times.
But so we played Cards Against Humanity and we drank and we had it was just a nice chilled catch up
I really
talking about
enjoyed it.
nonsense that we'd done
Yeah,
20
some
years
collective nonsense that we have.
ago.
But
And
I really enjoyed that night. Actually, I've got to be honest with you, because it's
Yeah.
and it's nice to do that. I think, but we don't often get a chance to. We're super lucky, I think, because the three of us talk every day. But I don't think everybody gets the opportunity to,
no, and I
talk
think
like that. I think it's really good.
it's difficult for you and me because we've lived that entire chain of events, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But hopefully for Mr. B it was fun,
I did wonder about that.
and hopefully for John it was fun because John's although he's in our D&D group, he's
Yeah.
probably the most removed from all of the things that we've done. So hopefully he enjoyed hearing about the stuff that we'd.
I did wonder about that, Mr. B. It was like, oh my god, what are these idiots doing?
these buffoons. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that is fair. But it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Canting old LARP stories, and
Dave's a great raconteur as well. When he gets going, and we played Cards Against Humanity, which was an absolute genius thing to do.
I'm glad I thought about because when I was packing up I was thinking it's just one more thing to actually. Do you know what? Okay, I need to. So Friday, 2 days before we decided to leave. Okay, on Wednesday, me and Dave. Dave said, "Oh, I'm going to get the car." Da, 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 da. And I said, "Okay, I'll meet you in town on Friday because it'll be easier for you, and then we can just go. Don't worry about coming to get me. I'll just come and meet you." Okay. So I leave the house at 9:00. So also I was thinking I'll go into town, get my insulin, so I haven't got to worry about it. It's done. 2 birds, 1 stone. Absolutely
proficient.
Absolutely. So I think, okay, I've got to be sensible what I've got to take. But I've travelled the length of this country plenty of times to hobby events. I'm pretty good at packing. So I've got stuff on wheels. I've got a big heavy rucksack. I scootle into town, get the train into town, go get my insulin, send Dave a message at 9:45 on WhatsApp saying, "Let me know when you're leaving. I can hang around in town for a bit. Don't worry." And I didn't think anything of it. I did think at that point maybe I should phone him. This is Friday morning. Maybe I should phone him. I thought, no, it's fine. I didn't look to see if he'd read the message.
Of course.
And so I did the bits I had to do in town, and then I thought, I'll just go and wait at the station and just wait for him. An hour went by. And then I get a message from him going, "Sorry, just seen the message. I'm outside your house."
Oh, dude.
I'm like, "You son of a bitch." And he goes, "I thought you meant you were going to town yesterday." So why would I do? So luckily, I was waiting at the train station, and I had sprinted over the bridge with all the crap that I've got to carry.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket. So I had to buy 2 tickets, 2 singles.
Rather than
a return.
Because
So what would have been a £5.80 ticket turned into
£11.
12 quid.
Yeah.
And I rushed get on this train, luckily. And I just thought, what is happening? This is not a good start to this. And then we get there, I get back to the house. He can't open the boot because he can't find the button. And we're standing in the rain just trying to get this stupid boot open on this car he's hired. And it's just like, this is not a promising start to this. This is this is going to go sideways at some point. Eventually remembered where the button was and eventually got going, but I was just like, this is this is stress that we don't really need at this point
Yeah.
before any of the madness happens. So that was my It was good
Okay.
after that. We were fine after that point.
That was the
Also,
only hiccup.
once we'd worked out how to link the stereo to one of our phones to play music through it, also
Nice.
a bit of an adventure. But yes, we got there in the end. But yeah, just that message of sorry, I thought you meant yesterday. I'm outside your house.
Yep.
Oh,
Not a good start.
not very good start. But yes, we got there. We had a good time. We had a good Friday was super nice, super chill, super nice.
Yeah.
And then things then it got down to the Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Time to throw some dice.
Okay, so let's talk about the games we played.
Right.
On Saturday.
Let me have a look at the slide at the thing here. I'm just trying to guess your usual. So it's Graham versus.
It was me, Graham.
GVC is Saturday basically for me and Graham.
Right. Okay, so I'll play that then.
Yeah. So this was Chris's dreaded Custodes versus my
It was full 3,750 points of each, wasn't it?
yes, that's right, of Sons of Horus.
Custodes.
Yeah.
You had Warren. So Warren and John never played Heresy, so we had one of them each up with us.
Yeah.
And while this game's happening, Adam is playing Dave and Mr. B on one of the other tables.
Yeah. Yeah. So the best way to describe it is, you know, the Dark Angels figure of the little guy, the sword bearer.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that carries the helmet.
Yeah. Watcher in the Dark.
That's what Warren was.
Yeah.
Because we have a long and storied history.
I have to. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be surprising to you, but Warren is a very dear friend. I love Warren. We've had a lot of fun times. We've got some great LARP stories together. But he is the only person I've ever actually thrown a dice at because he wound me up so much one time.
Yeah. So I deployed the little Watcher in the Dark.
Deployed the absolute terror goblin
to try and wind Chris up as much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
To get him to make crazy decisions to try and hunt Warren down, which kind of worked.
It worked to a certain extent.
To a greater or lesser extent. But I think in the list I had a load of Just Aaron who were excellent.
Yeah.
I had Horus himself as well. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty much a sort of riff on my 3,000 point army with Horus sort of chucked in for good measure. So yeah, but the Just Aaron really impressed me, and they always do now. They are probably one of the best units.
They were absolutely monstrous. I just in all the games that I played against them, they just did the job perfectly.
Yeah, I mean 4 attacks base on these guys. You know, so if you put lightning claws on them, that's 6 attacks. You know, and they have got pretty high ballistic whiffer skill.
Yeah.
You know, they are just really, really great. 2 plus 4 plus
tough plus 5.
Yeah. You know, they are an insanely good unit. And also the other cool thing about Sons of Horus is that their volley fire is at full ballistic skill.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, that's all right, that's not too bad. But then, of course, Terminators have the implacable advance rule. So anything that isn't heavy or ordnance, they can use as volley fire. So if you give them combi bolters or Bane Strike combi bolters, as they have, that's 4 shots, and they're breaching 6s. You know, so if you've got 5 or 6 of them, that's a whole world of full ballistic skill 3 shots and volley fire coming at you, which is going to strip a few wounds off here and there as well. So yeah, I was really impressed with them as a unit, and I would use them all the time now. I didn't use them very often in the last edition because they were a bit pricey for what they did, but the sort of glow up they've been given makes them really good.
They were absolute menace in all those games. I just couldn't get through.
Couldn't get a glove on them really.
No, not in any serious, meaningful way.
And I had the Kratos as well. Of course, I did. Which I would like to point out, I painted for the last edition. So yeah, but it was a good fun game. It took a long time because it was quite a lot of points. But
yeah, I had units that I don't really take. I had Sagittarium Guard out. I had 3 jet bikes out. Eltel even came out for a visit. 2 Dread Spears.
Oh, yeah, they're tasty.
Yeah, and then Valdor, Aquilian Terminators. Yeah, it was all the toys. I just made a conscious effort to take as many different toys as I could, just to.
I think when you're doing something like this, it's you want to take the toys.
Yeah, I had the Venatari were out as well,
Oh, yeah.
who were distinctly average for a change.
Yeah, I kind of shot them because there was
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Yeah,
It did
I
be
mean,
in the last game, but yeah,
I
It was
find the Benetari a real struggle just because they're so flipping fast.
it was
mm,
one of those. I mean, this is where we're at. John had to make some saves on the Aquilian Terminators. He had to make 4 saves of 2+. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 saves of 2+. I passed John the dice. I said, roll away, my friend. Doesn't matter. Have a good time. Thinking, these saves are getting made. No bother. Not even a dent. What do you mean you rolled 3 1s? I just had to stand there for it, just stare at him and just think,
why?
what are you doing here?
I know. Were they damaged too as well, weren't they? They basically.
No, you just took. No, they were damaged 1, but you did enough to take a guy out.
No, that's right.
3 wounds. But it's just like you're rolling 4 saves and you roll 3 1s. I mean,
Yeah. Actually, that's another. I mean, I will say this about the Custodes. The Eternal Warrior rule is absolutely.
serious. Yeah. It makes them. I forgot it on one of the dreadnoughts because you took one out first turn. He would have still had 1 hit point left. It wouldn't have really made a lot of difference, but it meant he would have got his
Dread Spear shot off.
Dread Spear shot off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make them a lot more
Really tough.
survivable, but still, you're needing anything above AP2. You're needing seriously good dice rolls. So there's a balance in there.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Gotcha.
It was good to get them all out and have a good. It was a fun game. Yes, the chaos, the nuisance gremlin definitely chittering away the entire time.
I've got some video recorded of him in his full
in full goblin mode.
Yeah,
Terror goblin. Borderline war crime is what I think. I had to.
Didn't Valdor not rock up till later? She deep struck him, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I mean, I deep struck him, thinking, yeah,
that'll work.
That'll work. Oh yeah,
yeah.
You know me. If Valdor could turn up late, he'll turn up late.
Yeah, and of course, they can't charge anymore from deep strike, so he was somewhat limited to what he could actually do.
I mean, so the first 2 games that we played were games that had scoring at the end of turns, as opposed to end of player turns.
Yes.
So this game, I almost rescued a draw out of it.
This was your amazing last-ditch attempt that nearly worked.
I mean, a lot of things had to go right. I had to get 2 units off of their. I had to get Vanguard. 1 unit from scoring by pinning it, which from Eltel's missile launcher I did, and then I vanguarded. I was trying to vanguard off the center point, and that would have given me just literally the points I needed to turn this into from a dismal loss into a stealing victory, a well-deserved victory from you, into what would have been an absolutely huge draw for me. And you rolled the absolute minimum that you had to pass leadership test to stop him running off.
Yeah, I think that would have been, if I'd lost that, there would have been cries of "sacked in the morning" from the fans. Basically, it was that.
I'm relying on a Telemon and a Shield Captain to draw me the game at that point, because that's pretty much all I had left.
It was very cool, though. It was a really cool last move.
I was super lucky because you'd left a little bit of space for the Shield Captain to run through.
Yeah,
which just offered me enough to get him to assault that unit. But yeah, it was just that last turn. I was like, okay, it's doable. I can't win at this point, but I cannot lose.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just making that.
Just making
Yes,
it. Yeah.
it felt right, and it didn't feel as bad losing that way because I was in it up until that point.
Yeah. Yep. But it's a great game. It's
It
good
was
fun
good
to play.
fun. Yeah, it was great fun.
Playing with Warren as well was a huge amount of entertainment as well.
Absolute
And John
gremlin.
as well. We had like our own little sort of
A
advisors.
little, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
John,
that was
John got a bit gun shy after the 3-1s. He, I did my best after that point
not
to make sure that he still kept rolling dice, but there was a certain part of me that was like, I don't trust you anymore. I can't trust those hands. That you have to, you can't be making key saves at this point.
I'm not so sure he was shaking the dice before he threw them, as he was actually just shaking.
He was just in fear. But yeah, I mean that's entirely possible.
So yeah, good times.
Good times. Yeah,
What
it was
about
a good
you?
game. He's nodded off.
He's gone home.
He's done enough.
Yeah.
So this was an important game, wasn't it, Mr. B? This one for a
me
couple
and
of
Dave
reasons.
versus Adam. So Adam was claiming the Triple Crown and the Grand Slam.
Yeah, because the Triple Crown is when all three hosts of the Edge of Empire team get defeated by one player. Only one other person has achieved this.
Yep.
In a season, in a year.
In a calendar year.
Yeah.
And the Grand Slam is if you can also beat all three Mills brothers in a calendar year. And unfortunately, Graham had been hampered by me when we played in Brighton, so that brought him into contention for having a loss. I've lost plenty of times to Adam, so our hopes were basically pinned on you and Dave to ensure that the show's credentials were upheld, honor and prestige were upheld against this Death Guard megalomaniac.
Yeah, so how did it go, Mr. B?
Tell us your tale. That's always a promising start. That's what I want to hear. I know that Dave did a super cool deep strikey thing at one point. I understood. There was talk of that at one moment.
Yeah, well, what can I say? My tanks were, I mean, we had corners, which was fine. But we tried to get as much cover between us and we tried to get as much cover between my tanks and that ruddy laser vindicator as possible, but there just wasn't the cover on the board. We had one table which was more of a city board, and Adam was like, I really don't want to play on this.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Play
Whenever he says I don't want to play on this, that's the table you play on.
That's the one you enforce it.
It's not going to be as fun.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Him.
And I should have been like, yeah, but there's cover here, and I've got lots of tanks, so we should do this one. No, we didn't, and I regret that. But no, it was fun. It was a fun game. It's just he's a very, very good player. His list was very, very honed. I mean,
you say honed, I say min-maxed.
I mean, it's that thing where
you say honed, I say power gamer. I mean,
he does something. You have to react to it. You cannot not react to it, but because you've reacted to it, it means that you can't then react to something else.
Yes.
Which was fairly irritating. It was just very well at timing what am I going to use. So like he used his last cannon squadron in a way that meant we had to react. We had to return fire. There wasn't really any choice in the matter, and because we reacted, and it gave them.
I always think that a single army, no matter what that single army is, will always beat a split
Agreed.
a split army. So I don't think his records really count because he's not beaten you, Graham, or Dave, or Mr. B in singular one-on-one
Single
army
combat.
combat.
Whereas
That's all
Mr.
I'm
To
saying.
be
Frost,
fair, it's not
He-
going to be that difficult to do.
He has beaten me that way, and that's fine. But I'm just saying there is an asterisk against all his achievements.
I mean, he's not going to let that go, but I think you're absolutely right.
Because no others, like in the game that we played, it was all the custodians versus all the sons of Horus, and the custodians were much more competitive in that game
Yeah.
because I could utilize more of the elements of their army as opposed to when we played Ultramarines and custodians against his army.
Yeah.
You're playing with half the tools that you can utilize, so you're never really utilizing both armies efficiently. Exactly. Whereas the singular Death Guard or any army that can use all its advantages to the maximum is always going to win that game.
I think so, unless you're kind of creating one army from the two, if you see what I mean. So we played, you had your army and I had my army, but we didn't really converse about what was. Because I could have said, if I've got enough line in here, you don't have to worry about troops. You can just focus on elite.
That's the same thing with Mr. B had and Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
It got thrown in at the deep end, and it's hard to, and so I think an asterisk goes on the board against Adam Smith's achievements for the Triple Crown.
I'm kind of looking for an excuse to come down now and get into the dice saloon like in old Western and just call him out and say, let's have a duel.
We'll get you, Dave, and him, Mr. B, rather, lined up on tables ready. And then, like, as a chess grandmaster, you can just go from one to the other and see how he ends up after that, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only fair way to do it, I think.
I absolutely agree. But yes. Good game, but fundamentally, we lost it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was. The laser vindicator, a last cannon squad in a very good position.
Typhus.
There was Typhus was. There was very little cover on the board, so my tanks were just. I was just basically my reactions were, right, popping smoke.
Yeah.
That was literally all I could do. Almost the whole game was just pop smoke, and he still hit me every single time. It was. Balls with more cover, it may have fared better, but the laser indicator had a good.
I don't know if it may have just been sort of how it looked, but that table looked small. It looked tight that game.
I think it was. There's a big piece of terrain in the middle. There's a couple of big bits of terrain that there was a lot of space, but there was the two deployment zones were essentially elevated corners, and there was flat ground beneath them. So he got the first turn, and the laser vindicator was just able to start knocking my tanks out.
Taking names, yeah.
It was taking out between the laser vindicator and the las cannon squad. They were basically taking out a tank per turn. The autocannon squad also were pretty, although that got dealt with fairly early on, I would say. But that was he fired. I think it was the laser. He fired his autocannon squad at one of Dave's things that was basically going to stop them. So Dave had to react with a return fire. But because he used that, and I'd already had to use a bunch of popping smoke, we're out of reactions, and then boom, here comes the laser vindicator.
Yeah, that's it.
It was just well timed.
Shooting, sometimes you just got to take those hits, haven't you? Unfortunately,
So we've got 10-man las cannon squad. We've got a 10-man autocannon squad.
Yeah,
3 laser vindicators.
Spartan, the Typhus, and it makes in. Assault Marines.
Yep.
It's just,
It's all the thing. We should never have done this podcast.
the Solar Auxilia don't do well.
We should never have told our friends about it. That's the thing. We should kept it quiet. But
the Solar Auxilia just don't do well against space.
No, yeah, exactly. But Dave's Dark Angels, I love Dave's Dark, and that matte black that he has on them is
Oh yeah, Days of Archangels are
they look
absolutely
great.
It was a great game. It was a wonderful game. 2 very nicely painted armies. Nick Baton came along. Was very complimentary of Adam's army. Just completely ignored mine and Dave's, which I mean, I guess that says everything about our painting, which is fine.
Very harsh. Very harsh.
But yeah, no.
I mean, Adam's a professional painter, so
Adam's paint jobs are absolutely phenomenal. There's absolutely no. I've got no qualms.
you know, I mean, you're a big man, but he does it for a living. To quote Dick Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which actually kind of works on some levels because you are a Geordie, and in the film Get Carter, Michael Caine being a Cockney goes up north.
Yeah.
Tends to be a Geordie.
Yeah.
I went up that car park before they demolished it. It was quite cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was no. Dave put up a good fight. I put up a good fight. It was just he got the first turn, and combined with the fact that he's just got better units, made better choices.
And those dodgy bloody skeleton dice of his.
Oh, just
Tompkins dice, which
just
pick your own numbers.
Hang on. Don't get me started on dice because that will come on to dice later.
Graham, you use worldly dices in every single game. So
we'll get on to game 3 and somebody's Timu dice.
What's wrong with my Timu dice?
Oh, the magical dice that didn't roll lower than a 4. Oh,
they absolutely did. They absolutely did.
Oh, yeah. You come to me with your dice nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, at least my worldly dice are readable.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Adam's skeleton dice. Who knows what they say? They could be a 1, could be an 8 for all I know.
I found them easy enough to read, but then again, I like the Imperial Knight dice.
I think they're for Braille readers. I think that's what they're for.
Yeah,
that's what they're there for.
Victory via obfuscation. That's what it is. What's that? 2? Well, 5.
He is a very good friend of ours. We love him an awful lot. But we will absolutely mercilessly rip him and destroy him on the internet.
And he would expect nothing less.
Exactly, because he would do it to our faces.
Yes, absolutely.
And he absolutely will. Yeah. So they don't think we're bullying him because
good enough plates.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely bullying him. They're terrible plates in real life.
We are. Don't you worry. I'm going to come on to that in a second because we played a second game. Myself, Graham. At this time, it was myself and Dave. And you had John with you.
Which one is this one? This is
it'll be on the same one as the last one.
No, not that one.
It was just the photos from our Saturday games all got amalgamated into one thing because I couldn't differentiate.
Oh, is it the GDC?
Yeah.
Yeah, GDC. Okay.
So this was fun on a number of reasons. A, because me and Dave, being the 2 younger brothers, it meant that we could absolutely needle Graham over every slight transgression that he or his team put upon us, and that's what we did. And it worked wonderfully from our point of view when 2 Terminators suddenly appeared out of nowhere that were absolutely not. It wasn't a purposeful thing. John didn't realize they were part of the squad, so didn't put them down. Graham then turned up 2 minutes later, and suddenly 2 more guys joined the squad. Now, if you're a younger brother and this happens, you don't just go, "Yeah, that's absolutely fine, mate. Don't you worry about it." No.
There's more resistance to this than I expected.
As an older brother, I understand exactly where you're
coming from. What you do is you accuse him of absolutely cheating to the nth degree because that's what you've got to do, and we did, and yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there would have been times in our distant past where I would have absolutely cheated. So, I can see why they may think, "Oh, Don, this is a bit of a flashback to that time we played
playing a video game."
There's a reason we don't play Monopoly in our family.
Dodgy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this, I mean, our second. This is basically, I think, for certainly for me and Dave, I feel like it was the game on the Saturday afternoon, and certainly the game the four of us played was basically we're just gonna needle Graham, because
Why not?
why not? Because that's our love language
Yeah.
is rolling dice and mercilessly torturing each other.
Yeah.
This was again, so Dark Angels, Custodes against pure Sons of Horus. You had John on your side, who the dice gods had decided to forgive for his transgressions for your dice rolls,
Yes.
and absolutely came up.
Suddenly became absolutely awesome.
Suddenly should have booked himself a one-way ticket to Vegas because he would have had enough money to live there by the end of it with every dice roll that he successfully passed for the Sons of Horus. So, I now know that John is absolutely a traitor because the universe has made that true. But yes, same story. Couldn't get through those damn Justarin. Your jump pack guys were an absolute nuisance.
Yeah.
What did they do? Which the Reavers?
Yeah.
It's all Reavers here.
They just locked up a flank and just caused a problem. It was Dave's missile squad though, top of the mountain. They caused a bother.
Yeah, they really did.
They were doing the business, but that Kratos just couldn't compete with that Kratos. Couldn't compete with the Justarin.
Even actually, the Spartan I think is a very good anti-tank now because those guys are damage 3 as well. So
yeah, and
4 shots.
The Caladius, for all its beauty, it's not an anti-tank gun really. It's kind of not one thing or the other.
It doesn't do enough damage to be anti-tank, really, does it?
No.
It's one shot.
It's I can't remember.
It's 10 one.
Yeah, it's
ordnance
stuff, and
it's like 4 damage top whack, I think, or something, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like what it's not in one house or the other. It's not going to kill a dreadnought very easily. Yeah, it's in a weird spot, I would say. For functionality, Eltel again. He's alright. He's not who he was. Lots of whole points, but no initiative. Doesn't have a huge number of attacks. Not doing a great deal, or didn't put out enough damage in either of the games that we played with him. For his points outlay, he's almost 400 points, and he doesn't feel like 400 points worth of model really anymore, unfortunately. But no, this basically was just me and Dave just basically finding any excuse to wind up Graham for the better 3 hours. Which, there is nothing sweeter.
No.
From our point of view.
It would be a fine spectator sport.
It really would. It really, really would. But it's always good, when you get the classics coming out. No Arms Norris. No Arms Norris making a appearance. A very famous Chaos Marine from 20 years ago who didn't have any arms or a gun, but he definitely had a bolt gun if you looked at him.
Or it could have been a Melta gun, or it could have been
exactly
last cannon.
It was never that bad, but yeah, he was a multi-purpose model in for whatever squad he needed to be in. Two hits to woo, but you got to say it like you're an owl. That's always a classic.
Bruce 4 saves.
Bruce 4 saves again. Just sometimes it's just nice just to bring out your classics like that. It was a fun, but I think this took longer than we anticipated it was going to take because I don't think we left until
3 o'clock.
No, we didn't start that until 3. I think we left until 6 or 7 o'clock in the end. Did we? We planned to leave at like 5 or something, and it was it ran much longer than we thought it was going to.
Yeah. we got the most out of the weekend because we did.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
We went to the Warhammer World in the morning as well, which was cool.
That was on Sunday. We did that, wasn't it? 'Cause this is Saturday. Yeah,
That's
Sunday.
Saturday, yes.
Yeah, because then we went back and chilled out, and then tried to do some
Oh, yeah.
10 o'clock at night, basically.
Yeah, we're all knackered.
Oh, everyone's tired. You were literally asleep in a chair.
That was.
You were.
Yeah, my head hit the table.
You were zoned out. So it was like second turn into a combat. I was like, we'll worry about this another time because these guys are asleep,
mentally exhausted,
physically exhausted.
It was great, and I could have kept going for longer, but I was.
Yeah, there was no point. But yeah, it was nice to have everyone around the table.
You know what? It's really hard because to do it without the secondary task as well. Because when we're playing, I find myself able to concentrate more when I've got like built.
Yeah. You need to keep your brain ticking over, otherwise you just get.
So it was a bit harder, but it was still loads of fun. Definitely want to do it again.
Yeah,
I think someone was already talking about let's do it again next year.
Yeah, I think it's a good time. We could have a little.
We could do that.
Call it Edge of Empire Fest again.
Let's not call it Edge Fest though, because I think that's already taken, and that's a whole.
That's the whole thing now. So let's not.
Yeah.
And then day 3, we went around the museum or whatever it is, the exhibition. Saw the exhibition things.
Photos of that one, but it was
I did. I know we took them.
We got photos, but we're not putting them up.
Yeah, they're on the Facebook page if you want to see them. But
I think
would recommend going around the Old World section with Adam because he's got this encyclopedic knowledge of the Old World, obviously, and so it was super interesting for him talking through the dioramas as well, which I found quite. He would have made a good curator.
It is always impressive. We've done it a couple of times, but it is still definitely part of the appeal of going there. And if you haven't been and you think I'm just going to go and roll dice there, definitely make it a key part to go around that exhibition because it is amazing.
It'll make you want to do one of two things: either A, never paint a model again, or B, try and paint models better.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely worth doing that. But yeah, so the other guys they wanted to head back earlier, so we settled on playing a 2-player game. So me and Dave again versus Mr. B and Graham. So Solar Rocks, Sons of Horus, Dark Angels, Custodes. So this is the first mission that we played out of the new style. So scoring at the end of player turns, and this is the one where we had 3 objective markers, and they decreased in value every turn.
Yeah. Every time you scored them.
Every time you scored. Yeah, they just got.
That's something, you guys.
Yeah, it did. Because you got, I think, end of turn 1, you guys had a 10-point lead, and I knew at that point it's like, well, we can't actually win this. You seized the initiative. You got some good shots off with your Temu dice, some absolute scamness.
Yeah, but for the first time in like an absolute age, my dice just came alive.
Your first turn with those tanks. Yeah, they were literally the Emperor's finest Solar Rocks regiment known to man.
Shame they were working
I'm not gonna lie. I doubt I'll ever have such a game again. It's for me. That is a game that is going to go down in legends. I'll be talking to not my grandkids because I'm not having kids, but you know what, my nephews are going to be getting this on my deathbed. You know, that time at Warhammer Worlds and my dice came alive and I kept rolling 6s for the shots. It was like Jeff should have seen the look on Chris. I actually felt so sorry for Chris. I let him get a Vanguard point on one of my squads.
Yeah. Everyone loves a pity Vanguard point.
I kind of was thinking I might have to use that reaction elsewhere, so it might be better to not.
Oh, yeah, you guys had about as good a first turn as you could ever get.
Yeah, I think we did the old Marshall Signals trick to get the squad on the line, didn't we?
No, because it was Mr. B's guys that got
that's right.
With the Solar Squad, with the Command Squad, and
Solar Squads. They got up, they scored all the points. The Command Squad at the back giving them line 2, I'm like, I literally realized when we were going up there, I was like looking through the rules. I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, it was in our second game that the Master of Signals nonsense really came to the fore with the just there and just
Oh yeah, that's true.
just absolute nonsense.
Malachos Twisted giving you another
another point.
another point.
Just absolutely raking in the points with their.
So
Oh
what we need to
yeah,
do
we
is
can do
get
whatever we want.
What I think I need to do is I need to find someone who's like really flipping good at making army lists, or on like Patreon or Etsy, or not Etsy. What's the other one? Fiverr, and just say, right, help me write a flipping solo auxiliary list that actually flipping works.
I don't think there's anything wrong with your list. You put, you did exactly what you had to do, which was get the infantry squads forward first, and use your big tanks to create a gunline threat, and you did, and we didn't have anything in response to that gunline threat. The Vanquishers and the Vanquisher and the Caladius going 72 inches at each other, but neither of them really doing anything to hurt each other. But
the flipping Walker was absolutely doing a job as well. The Atheons.
Oh yeah, that was a nuisance. This was a good game, but if anything, I think as we'd played games, the first two games that I played and me and Graham played were the old style scoring. There was no point in those games that I was like, not at the start of it anyway, that I thought, why am I rolling dice? Whereas this one, it was just like 10 points. I can't actually get nothing I can do at this point onwards is going to recoup me that 10-point difference.
It's as I keep saying, the problem with this edition isn't the rules, it isn't the list building, it's the missions in the rule book.
Yeah, I think it highlighted that much more than
they are great, but they're all the exact same mission.
Yeah, scoring at the end of player turns it just makes
so hard to catch up.
It's like the only adjustment I would make to Graham's missions personally are you score at the beginning of each turn, because I think that scoring at the end of the game turn when both people are playing gives a huge advantage to whoever went second.
I don't know.
I understand why he's done
I think there's
because bear in mind the first turn it gives you a chance to shoot them before they can do so. I think it actually balances out.
Yeah,
personally, but
I think it's much more. I think it's much more even doing it that way.
Yeah, but I said
yes. For Vanguard units, certainly there is an advantage to doing to that because we can Vanguard you off and you can't react to that.
Yeah.
That's
I think next
the only instance where it's sort of beneficial, I think. But you're sort of relying on that charge and everything going correctly.
Yeah, but I think next show, I'd like to go over the relic missions, and I think me and Graham should meet up and have a game. And with relics, maybe on a weekend or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
This was a good fun game. 2,000 points apiece. It was just like a nice chilled. I think we were.
Yeah, it was chilled.
We were all tired, all sort of chilled, and it was just nice and relaxing. I think it was just like a nice finish to the weekend for me. Just to throw dice with the three guys that I love the most, really. So it was just nice.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a lovely weekend. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was sad to say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, it's a shame that the guys had to scoot off because something broke. Because it just been nice to have a little bit more nonsense time, but people could get home and stuff.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely
fun back down south. But yeah, it was a good fun. Yeah, One World still. Me and Dave were saying, if we lived in Nottingham, how often would we be there? And we're like, that's probably where we would be 95% of our non-working time.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Bugman's is nice as well, and it's just they've really put a lot of work into it, and it's just a nice place to go.
Yeah, and if you you think it's going to be a bit nerdy or whatever, and a bit sort of male heavy. It's really not. It's
Yeah, I noticed that. So
my-
much more
Yeah,
diverse.
they had a
Super
40K
chill.
tournament on, and it was the juxtaposition between what it was like just 5 years ago and today is huge.
Yeah,
Because
and
5 years ago, it was very, very. It's a lot of blokes.
yeah, women, kids, everyone just hanging out, having a good time. Bugman's in the gaming hall, in the exhibition. It felt like it didn't feel neckbeardy.
No, I
I mean,
agree.
I suppose it's the phrase I'm trying to sort of
the
Yeah.
last event
skirt around,
I
but
went to
yeah,
was that Heresy Throne of Skulls doubles,
the doubles, yeah.
and there wasn't a single, female presenting person in that entire event. And that 40K tournament, well, as it wasn't, there was on every single row there was at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was good. It felt like a nice environment. Even with the 40K tournament going on, it didn't feel tense, and
I think, I mean, I think
there
the
wasn't
doubles
like
is kind of good for that, right? Isn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
like, you're not having to go up against some horrible neckbeard because you've got somebody else with you. So I think it probably works well for getting people into the hobby.
And it was quite good. You had
saw
the
this-
odd cry of "wag" or
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
And
it wasn't.
we saw the scouts come in on Friday night, I think it was.
Yep.
To do a little painting thing that was
there.
there.
They're dropping the badge though.
Oh, are they? Oh, well, that's
The only reason they're dropping the badge, and I actually do, they're replacing it with a model maker's badge, and the only reason they're dropping the badge
okay.
is because not every scout group has access to a Games Workshop store.
No, that's fair enough.
Makes sense, yeah.
And they're like, it's a bit harder for. It's because it's a fun badge. It's sort of like it becomes you only to do it if you're.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's but they're replacing it with a model makers, and GW is still supporting them. So it's not like
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
I think we were saying, me and Graham were in the car, we're saying, there's a Warlord Games, do a tour on a Friday. You book it in.
Okay.
I think it was like 15 or 20 quid. Just a bit more expensive, but you actually get to go through the entire studio from the conceptualization of models to the design to this is where we actually make the models that on the factory floor. And then they give you a goodie bag at the end.
That's pretty cool.
And we're like,
we're
doing that next year.
I completely forgot they were in Nottingham as well.
Yeah, but they've got because when we get the bolt action stuff sorted out, we can go and play a game there on a day.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. I had
one day bolt action, one day 30K.
I did start painting my Matilda this week, Mr. B.
Oh, excellent. I cannot wait to see.
It has been started.
Not being asked, are we going to share bolt action stuff on the podcast and page when we do the stuff? And I'm sort of like, I think.
Why don't we should ask people?
Okay.
What do people think? I mean, we can do separate, keep them separate, or we can add some stuff in here.
Yeah, maybe we can do a little separate. We'll record like an hour of, hey, this is the bolt action stuff we can do or whatever. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, right? Shall we get on to the State of the Union? Because
let's get on to state. Yeah, Christ, we are rattling.
So, in our next section, we're going to be looking at all things heresy adjacent, so outside of new releases, but things that we think people might find useful or interesting in the world of our general wargaming hobby as it relates to things to do with the heresy. So, Michael, talk us through some Custodes business.
Okay, Custodes. So we had a bit of a preview before the just after the last show came out, and it revealed the long suspected and rumored Custodes Battle Force set. So we're getting a huge new set of Custodes. Basically, about half of what we have in plastic coming out in a Battle Force box, which will contain a set of 6 Custodian Guard and 6 Sentinel Guard. So it looks like separate kits now for both.
They have been separate kits already.
Oh, they've seen separate. No, the Sentinel and the
Yeah,
Custodian Guard, the current kit is the same box.
They're boxed separately now, I think.
Are they boxed? Why are they the same?
For
Is it the exact same kit?
I'm pretty sure they are boxed separately.
I thought they were the exact same kit because I know the guards with the robes, the 40k guards with those robes. Everyone uses them a Heteron, don't they?
I don't know if ever, but yes, they were.
I'm just going to check now. Yeah, it's the same box. Sentinel and standard custodies are the same box.
Okie dokie.
Which is, and it's listed like 4 times on
the
website because you also have the shield captain and which is
it's the same. Yeah, so you get the wardens, but the old custodian guard and the oldest thingy ones. Yeah, they were boxed. You could buy them as different boxes,
even though it's the exact same.
Even though it's the exact same kit.
Yeah. But anyway, so new stuff. Taller, slightly slender. I think they look a lot better myself personally.
Yeah, hello.
I like them. I like the new spears. I don't love the super tall heads necessarily.
The heads are. Yeah,
but they look fractionally better.
I do love some people complaining about the lack of triggers, and then I'm like, but it looks like, because I'm sure in the books they've described them as twisting the spear to fire. Split in the middle. So so we've got custodians, and we've got also coming Venatari, which I mean, I love the Venatari, but
I do. I'm glad these are coming out because my ones are the flight stands.
The flight stands are shit. Almost went language there, but
they snap like no. I have bases and I have Venatari. And I have blue tack that holds the two things together because
what I did was I actually pinned them to the plastic flight stand.
Yeah.
I drilled into the flight stand. I drilled into the body of the Venatari, and I put a little bit of pin to connect the two, and that seems to have done the trick. But those flight stands are terrible, especially the heavy resin models.
Yeah, they just. Yes, I'm glad it's coming out. Again, cool. As I've said to you, Mr. B, I don't know what there is in this release for existing Custodians players.
Well, I think that's the thing. They're just putting resin stuff in plastic, so it's more affordable. So it's less so for existing players. To be fair, it's less so for existing players of the Custodians. I mean, the only thing I'm interested in is definitely the Venatari, because I want some more Venatari anyway. I want some. Because I've got ones with the buckler and the and stuff, but I want some with the spear. So I definitely want to get at least 3, although I imagine they're going to be sold in 6. We also got the Dreadnought coming in plastic, at least the standard Contemptor Dreadnought. I really
the spear is different on the dread spear one on the Achillea.
Just matches the new.
The new spear style, with the
otherwise they look almost indistinguishable.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a bit more detail around the gorget on both of them. But super. It's good that they're coming out in plastic. I have concerns over the spear guys, insofar as they've only shown us Guardian spears.
Yes, that is a bit of a okay. So what happens to the other spears?
They haven't showed us the Adrosite spears, the Pythorite spears.
It's like, are they going to be a resin upgrade kit or?
Well, I think they haven't done a resin upgrade kit for anything since 3rd came about. In fact, since 2nd came about. So
No, we've had the Alpha Legion and the Sons of Horus upgrade kits in resin.
But
And
not-
the
we haven't
Blood
had
Angels as well.
we haven't had a weapons kit, so I mean, we haven't had.
Oh, not like they've got weapons in them because they've got like the Tabars
Yeah.
and
But we haven't-
there's the Inferno pistols and stuff like that. So there is a weapons upgrade kit, but they're sort of part of a generalist kit. There's not,
Yeah.
as you said, a single weapon upgrade kit. I don't think they're going anywhere, the weapons in the profile, but
I bet they are.
maybe. We'll see.
Because
Maybe not.
you wouldn't. Because I don't see why you would show off that kit and not show off all the weapon options in it.
We've also got a plastic shield captain. Female head on this one. I don't know if that means because the armor's indistinguishable. They're just because we've had men and women in the custodies now. I don't know. The head can be swapped out, or you can put a helmeted head on, or whatever. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the heads are all going to be interchangeable. I should think.
It's some of the best looking heads I've seen on Heresy models.
Yeah.
Wise. But, I mean,
It's tempting now.
Looks great.
Yeah, they do look good.
Yeah,
This
does
is the
look
one I get.
They're more dynamically posed, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the tactical rock come back. We like the tactical rock.
Yeah.
We don't have photos in here of we're getting the grav tanks.
Yeah.
2 separate
Oh,
kits.
nice.
Well, they're staying the same, so that's why I didn't put photos of them, because they are indistinguishable from the existing resin.
And the Caladius grav carrier.
So the Caladius tank and the Coronis grav carrier. Yeah, Coronis grav carrier is the only thing I've purchased. Yeah,
I will be buying 2 Cronoses.
Yeah,
because I have everything else. I want 3 Venatari and a Cronus, and that will Cronus or 2, and that will be my
get my
custom
6 guys kicking around in that.
Complete. I'll have to get them out of storage, but the battle force will contain a Dreadnought, a Shield Captain, 6 Custodian Guard, 6 Sentinel Guard. We imagine that's going to come in at about the 150 mark, I should imagine.
How far along an army would that get you?
This is
give me a second. I can probably work it out for you.
Not today's, yeah. But this is a decent allied force, I would say. If you want my opinion, that would be an ideal allied force.
So what's in it, Mr. B? Just quickly again.
You get 6 Sentinel.
Yeah.
6 Custodian.
Yeah. So that's 400 point.
Looks like a Paragon sword.
So says Shield Captain's 170, I think. So that's 5. It's about 600 points.
And one of the Caladiuses. Which Caladius is it?
That's 225.
It's the Annihilator.
So yeah, that's another. I think that's about 235 points. So it's under 1,000 points. The Dreadnought, it's about 1,000 points roughly.
It's not bad then.
Yeah, I said I think that's a great allied force.
That's on today's.
Yeah.
Yes, because we are getting
PDF
the book for the Custodians.
Yay!
For Heresy.
You've not, for Heresy, but you've not had to buy a book this edition. So
no.
I don't know how much is going to change.
Until someone shows me an Adrosite Spear or any of the specials or the Pythorite Spear, I am not going to get excited this point.
I would say that if the Adrosites and the Pythorites aren't...
Because my squads have already had to have their axes taken out, so it's getting a bit... Things are getting a bit slim on the old...
if
what I'm going to have to remodel.
Aren't in the box... aren't in the book, I would say they'll be in the legacies.
That might do it.
That's my personal opinion. They'll be in the legacies if they aren't in the book, because they haven't... I mean, let's be fair, is there, apart from Sisters, because that happened to Sisters, there hasn't been anything that's been wholesale deleted from the game. We've had weapons choices lost.
Oh,
okay.
Beg to differ.
Let me crack my knuckles, Mr. B. Heteron Guard deleted.
Okay, but the Heteron Guard can be represented by...
No, don't exist as an option. Don't exist as a troop as an option in the game anymore.
Magos with a jetpack deleted.
They also the jetpack in the legacies.
No.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking very much Space Marines here then. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'm just thinking Space Marines. It's just I don't see a lot that's gone.
The weapon choices, as we discussed previously. Weapon choices for custodies stripped out.
I've got some axes. I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
use them as spears. It's a spear. It looks like an axe, but it's really a spear.
Yeah. So yeah. Until the book comes out, I should look forward to the book coming out. I should look forward to throwing it on the fire 20 minutes later.
I think it'll get a we were going to get a rule book for you.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got a rule book
Yeah.
for you because I've got another
I know.
Saturnine box set.
Yeah.
I meant to get you it for Christmas. Sorry, not Christmas. Your birthday. I'm sorry.
You got my cool DM screen, Mr. B.
Oh yeah, that was yes.
Super cool. I started adding things into it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Custodies. I'm glad they're getting stuff. I'm sad that Sisters of Silence are getting shortchanged. Almost certainly again. And I shall await to see what gets torn out of them this time.
I see. I think you're right in that it's not that exciting because it isn't anything new, but at the same time, you've got to start.
So when
to start with,
but when we come to this edition, third edition, Space Marines get Saturnine Terminators, a massive quad cannon, as things that they get as their new releases for their new edition. And Custodians get, here's the same model. Here's just model replacements.
I mean, it's the same with honestly, it's the same with flipping 40k. Space Marines are always going to get something new in the starter set because it's Space Marines.
Yeah.
Everybody plays Space Marines. Everybody has a Space Marine army. I don't think I know many 40k players that don't have a Space Marine army, and it's going to be something that is always going to be the case. It sucks, but it's what it is.
It is what it is.
When it comes to Space Marines, they're always going to get something new. Custodies have had nothing to start from. They've had
Sisters of Silence.
Same with Sisters of Silence. They've got 2 boxes.
Absolutely rinsed.
The Sisters of Silence need to get sorted. I hope next edition they get a big reboot.
Hopefully this edition they'll get something. Just something.
Maybe later on. But at the same time, I don't see it. This edition. I think this edition, they seem to be concentrating on here's stuff that we've already had in resin. We're getting it into plastic. We're tidying up the range. We're bringing stuff. That's my opinion of how the range seems to be evolving this edition. But obviously, it's all different. You know, we all have our own.
Yeah. And also, if you are upset that there are female custodies, have a look at yourself in the mirror and just reconsider your life choices, people.
Oh, absolutely.
Some
of these female sculpts for the faces are some of the best sculpts that GW have done for faces in a long time. Space Marines should be very jealous. Okay, not that this, All right, so what else have we got unveiled in that show then?
So, you guys are getting, the Space Marines are getting the plastic glaive and the plastic whirlwind.
Nice.
And a Journal Tactica on the super heavy tanks.
See, now the glaive, the whirlwind is interesting because we were, me and Graham and Damien were talking about this during Graham and Damien's game about, I wonder what if they're going to change the rules for the whirlwind. We were looking at it and I said, there are no rules for the whirlwind. The whirlwind literally doesn't have rules in this edition.
See, another thing taken out.
Another thing
taken out.
Yes.
But it wasn't in the game last edition. It was the artillery tank, wasn't it?
No, it was in the game last edition, but it was in the then Legacies.
Legacies, yeah.
So
in the last edition. So yeah.
This is so the whirlwind, brand new.
It looks cool. I like the weapon mounting on it.
It looks cool.
Super cool.
I think they had to go different to the Scorpius.
Yeah. That Failblade, the glaive rather looks really nice.
Yeah.
It looks different enough from the plastic. Sorry, the resin, but it's still
it is one of the best looking tanks out there.
Does look cool.
It is.
I haven't looked at
never had one.
I haven't looked at its rules. Does it still do the 1-inch
Oh,
line
I
down
don't
the.
know. I'm sitting here.
I
I
have not looked at its rules. I
I'll have a look.
have
Give me a
it in
sec.
my word bearers, but I've not used the word bearers this edition. Still need to buy the Traitor's book.
It's it's always been one of those things. It's like the very definition of sort of glass cannon kind of thing, where it's like,
I mean, first edition, it was an absolute beast.
yeah,
Right, give us a second. I'll just have a quick look. 'Cause man looks
First-
through.
man looks something on book. Always
Yeah.
classic on this show.
Sixth, seventh, and first edition, it was an absolute beast.
Yeah.
You know, I pointed that out the other day to someone on, I think it was Reddit, and I got massively downvoted because they were like, is this really the third edition? And I was like, no, it's technically the fifth because we went through sixth, seventh, and then we had first. Although first was really just seventh with a slight few changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Just this little tweak.
And then,
Okay.
and then second and now third. So we have actually been through 5 rule sets. Like people
So-
was like going on for the harping of the stability of first edition. It wasn't stable. We had 3 big edition changes that all brought big changes to the rules.
Tell me about the Volpite Carronade.
That's what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm going to do. If only it had the actual. Oh, the wrong bit. Here we are. Volkite Carronade.
Yeah.
Where are we? The Volkite Carronade is. Oh, this. Okay, so this is, I'm assuming, the Carronade, and there's a Cardinal as well. But anyway, Carronade.
Carronade's what the glaive is. The
Yeah,
what the glaive has,
45 inch.
Is the Cardinal the Kratos?
Don't know. Anyway, it's 45-inch range, straight fire. So 12 dice, fire broke with 12. Range strength 8, AP 3, damage 2, deflegate 8. So not all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still kind of good. But I think the thing is,
You've gone through a tactical squad, but
That's about it.
the thing is, in first edition, it was all about it could kill anything because it
it was
was
AP 2. Yeah,
But in second edition, it got its downgrade.
and it smacked
and-
vehicles about as well for
Sorry?
lols. And it smacked vehicles about as well for
Yeah.
lols. And it could go over if it was anything was under the line, anything. It got
I
whacked.
think it was all that bad in second edition because it wasn't that it was because it became not just it's a monster that will kill anything. It's this will do what it's supposed to do. It will kill it will kill non-Terminator infantry without a problem.
Yeah, no, it'll take a tactical squad in theory.
Yeah, a tactical squad is wiped out.
And it's
support squad is
deflegate
gone.
as well.
It
Last
used to be strength 8, AP 3, heavy 1, heavy beam,
Yeah,
deflagrate in second. That was in second, not that was the
Yeah.
first. All models, friend or foe caught in the beam, suffer a hit.
So you've got a shot of that, like.
Yeah. If a terrain piece, building, model, or vehicle with more than 6 wounds is in the beam area, the attack is blocked. Its line effect.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, just super cool, themey guns. You know, just a super cool Death Star laser on a tank.
Yeah.
It was, but I think they
How
had
wrong,
to.
guys?
I think they had to rein it in a bit because it was getting a bit.
Well, let's have a look. The neutron wave cannon, which is on the falchion.
Yeah.
Let's see how it compares.
No.
Neutron wave cannon has got 120-inch range, but it's only 5 protocols 2. Strength 12, AP 2, damage 4. Ordnance damage, so it's damage 8. Armor bane and shock. So yeah, it's pretty good anti-tank gun, that.
The thing is,
Yeah.
the falchion is it's an anti-tank, it's anti-armor. The glaive is anti-infantry.
Yeah, agreed.
The fell blade is sort of that middle road. It's good at both, but not amazing at both, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah,
what
fell
was-
blade accelerator cannon.
I like the styling of the las cannons on the side of it, where they're not the squared grouping; they're a triangular grouping.
Triangular. Yeah.
Are these the laser destroyers? Because I think you can.
Yes, they are. Yeah. The
Also,
las cannons.
also to consider that what was I about to say? The new book, the book that I'll just put up on the screen now. Mailed Fists, Legioni Society Super Heavy Tanks. Are we going to get the falchion?
Well, it's in the main book
I
already.
love how they're rinsing a book out of the super heavies, by the way. I mean, whew.
I mean, are they going to change anything when the rules are already in the main books?
I guess it's all the ones from the Legacies document, I assume.
There aren't that many. I mean, the
No, they
glaives are
haven't
in
got
the main
legacies.
book.
Oh,
They're not.
super heavies. I think. I suppose we got the Bane blades, but
These are Legion Astartes ones, so
Yeah,
they're
I
already
guess.
all covered.
Yeah, very
You've got the Cerberus, you've got the
Typhon, I guess.
Typhon. They're already got in the main books, so I don't quite know what's going to be in that's going to be differentiating, unless there's a type of Fellblade variant they've got in the back pocket.
The Falchion is
Falchion.
from the website.
Okay,
The Falchion is no longer available on Games Workshop.
gotcha. So maybe that's coming out.
I would say that we are probably going to get that. But if we get the Falchion, will we get the Ascalon?
That's the new heard of one, isn't it?
The new one from
We don't-
Imperialis.
Do we have rules for
Is that the Flame one? Yes.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
It's in Legions Imperialis. We've never had rules for it in the big game.
Falchion, you're talking about the Ascurian, aren't you?
The Ascalon.
He's not the
Ascalon.
Yeah, we've got the
The Falchion's in the book, is it?
the Falchion. So I'll tell you what the super heavies are that are in the main book, right?
Yeah.
So we know what we've got left.
I don't look that far very often, so
Yeah. So you've got the Cerberus, Typhon, Glaive, Fellblade, Falchion, Thunderhawk, Stormbird, and the Mastodon.
Gotcha.
So that's all of the super heavies currently.
Yeah, I just wonder if, because the Falchion, I think the Falchion's going to come. It's obvious.
Yeah.
This is a very similar, at least Imperialis is a very similar turret setup, sort of, but it's not a turret, to the Ascalon.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll get in there, Mr. B. Maybe we'll get the Ascalon in there.
I would love to see the Ascalon. The idea of a Titan heavy flamer on a tank sounds
Sounds cool.
mint. But we'll see.
Template 12 inches, strength 4, AP 5. That's all it'll be. Torrent or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely trash for several hundred points.
Yeah. 600 points. I really like that up the points, yeah.
Oh yeah, make it 650 is a nice number. And
I'd still love to see it though.
Yeah.
I'll put a lot. I would absolutely love to see a to see.
We like a new tank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. So, what have we got next? Don't think we're showing any.
Have we images for these? Because it's just PDFs, Graham.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, great.
it's just PDFs. So Warhammer community are now releasing PDFs of the fluff from the black book. So the original black books we're talking about here, the ones that are somewhat legendary in their view and cost a lot of money. Yes, you want to buy them still. Beautifully bound, fantastic pieces of artwork in them. But you can get all of that now for Nout.
Absolutely. I must admit, I do use one to hold up my left-hand monitor.
Yeah, exactly. So
I saw mine to Pete Rees.
I don't know which one it is actually. It's probably the one that's worth a fortune.
Yeah. So we've got the Night Lords, we've got the Thramas Crusade, we've got the Night Lords at Thramas and the Dark Angels currently. So who knows? We'll get all the rest of them. Hopefully, they are pretty damn fine things to look at. Again, the black books were a thing of beauty.
Yeah. It is. Oh, Massacre. That's the one it is. Currently holding up my monitor.
Gotcha. So yeah, all of the fluff that you could possibly want about your favourite legions right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's what we've got so far. Night Lords,
Dark
Thramas
Angels,
Crusades, Night Lords at Thramas, and the Dark Angels.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, hey, if you've got it, you might as well use it, I suppose. You haven't used it in any other documentation for 5 years, so
it's good that you can get it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not bound to the tomes that we and lost forever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just good to have that out. Okay, there was last year a Tale of Four Gamers on Warhammer Plus, which was all heresy. So if you have been watching that, there is an update article on what those guys did with their armies. adding to their collection, which is, I guess, yeah. So they've added. So what was it? Josh, Ed. Trying to think here. Alex. Yeah, I can't remember.
I did put there is the 2 lots of Sons of Horus Terminators and some World Eaters Terminators. I think I did an image of, Mr. B.
Oh, you have? Yes, you have.
Which I have, which were look super cool.
They? Oh God, why is it not? Where are they? Oh, it's all got mixed up.
There you go. Back one.
No, back one. Yes, back one. There we go. Yeah. Yes. I mean, these look beautiful. You know what? The disappointing thing about the Cataphracti so far is there's no command kit for them.
No, I loved that banner. The Sons of Horus banner looks super cool.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to see sooner rather than later as a command. It is a command set for the for the Sons of Horus, because I think it's not the Sons of Horus, the Terminators, because I think that's one thing that's lacking.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that was actually a not too bad series. So worth watching. Okay. Moving on to something more.
We got a new Warsmith for 40k, which we think you can probably get away with as a heresy model.
Yeah, I think so.
It does look super cool, super chunky. I love the faceplate.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Great.
It's supposed to be in Cataphracti armor.
It's more. It's more like, what are those 40k
Teletubby ones?
Teletubby ones, yeah, the really big boys.
Well, according to the article, it is
crazy Cataphracti.
What was that? What were they called? They were Destroyers or something? I can't remember.
Obliterators or something like that? No, Obliterators are the Chaos ones.
Obliterators and Mutilators.
No. I'm thinking of the Loyalist Marine ones with the big shoulder.
You mean, Centurions?
Yes.
Centurions. Yeah, that's what he reminds me of more than anything else.
Yeah, agreed. Still cool. I think I might get one for my Warriors. It'd be a good war.
Absolutely. I would absolutely. I would. If someone turns up to that in a game of Heresy, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely.
It's got Cataphracti. Look at the Lorica on the shoulder pads, for example. So I'm okay with it.
It's Cataphracti coded. It's not a minimal. I think because you haven't got a sense of scale.
Yeah.
So he looks, and because he looks so chunky, he was it chunky highlight as someone's now known. This is definitely what this chap is. He is a chunky highlight, I would say.
I think that's a 50mm base.
Okay.
That's a big old.
I reckon that's a 50mm base.
It's a Dreadnought base, isn't it?
No, 50mm was not.
60s is Dread.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a 50mm base. It's sort of like halfway in between.
Yeah. You could get him onto a 40 though, because there's enough wingspan there they'll just be tight to the edge.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
someone turns up that Tomato game. I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. That's a Warsmith.
Nobody's going to mess with you on that. Next up, we also have another new figure, which could be pretty cool and would work perfectly well. Is the new Archmagos Terminus. He looks awesome. Again, a really cool Mechanicum figure. I could see that being a Magos for an Archmagos without any bother whatsoever, frankly. So yeah, nothing in there that screams 40k to me.
I love the leg on the piece of rock. It's reminding me of that Sister of Battle, the one.
Oh yeah. The Job Blanche.
Yeah, on the cover.
Yeah.
Giving that kind of feeling to me, because this is apparently meant to be a female.
It is, you can tell. Yeah.
She
looks very she looks like insectoid-ish.
If you have a look at the back, she's packing some cake.
A phrase that I can assume I know what it means, but not a phrase I was aware of until they turn up in our WhatsApp chat.
Right. That's like a common.
You say she's got some hustle in her bustle, is what you're
I guess that.
alluding to, Mr. B.
Yeah, I guess so.
Baby's got back.
Baby's got back.
And I cannot lie.
Yes.
Yeah?
She
Yeah,
absolutely does.
she reminds me of some
She has got more legs than is
Ghibli
good for her,
character,
though.
and I can't think what it is.
Oh, yeah, I know. There
Oh,
is.
see, oh,
See, it's the one from Spirited Away. Woman in that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But she's got four legs, I think,
yeah.
because she's got
Yeah.
two at the back.
It's just the face. It's like about that face with the thing around the side.
Yeah,
I just saw it and I thought, I'm sure I've seen a manga villain that I'm probably misassigning to Studio Ghibli. Maybe it's is it No Face? The what's his name?
Yeah.
The one,
Yes, No Face. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that?
I think that's what I'm attributing to.
It's a good. I like it. It's a good model.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no disapproval here.
I like the heavy Skitari, or whatever they're called.
Hextari or is it Hextari?
Something like that.
Hastari.
Yeah, that's it. They look really good as well, but I'm not quite sure where you would use those.
No, they're completely different. Yeah, because they got that special weapon loader, haven't they?
Yeah. But yeah, you probably couldn't shoehorn them into anything.
Unless you try to palm them off in some way as Thalax,
but they would need a jetpack.
They would need a jet. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of with that gun style.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe Myrmidon.
It's not heavy.
Considering Myrmidons are coming to plastic.
Yeah. And they're big.
Yeah, and they're big boys. No, some super cool things. Super cool.
Maybe some tech priests.
Again, it's just a weapon options. That's the only thing that
some work. I mean, the basis. You're gonna have to do conversion. I don't think straight out of the box there's many things that will be like this is a 30k version of something or other. I think you're gonna have to do.
I like the shoulder-mounted weaponry. I like the shoulder-mounted flamer I've seen, and shoulder-mounted Volkite thing that they've got on them, the Hastari. That's quite cool. Yeah,
like as a arc rifle type thing.
Very cool. Yeah. What's next, Mr. B? Tell us details.
Games Workshop have opened up the nominations for 2026's Warhammer Heroes. So,
excellent!
It's a vote for anybody who happens to be on this show. I think you have to really do some like proper community stuff to get nominated.
If we do a podcast, how much more community?
How much more? 10 years we've done. 10 years we've flogged Games Workshop's crap for them.
Yeah. Come on, pony up.
Let's give me a.
I think they're
a name on the wall.
I think they're really looking for people who like form after school clubs for like disadvantaged kids.
Sure,
this is what this is. I mean,
this is a self-help group.
Totally. I think absolutely right. We should, get nothing. If nothing, we should get something for long service award.
All you got to do is fill out, because I looked at it. It literally is a Google form. That's all you got to fill out.
Yeah.
Name,
I mean, I think also it's worth pointing out that, if I could put ourselves pictures.
Okay, what kind of hero are they? These are the options, okay?
Okay.
Local community champion.
Yes.
Event organizer.
Done it.
Social media influencer.
That's us.
Podcaster or YouTuber. Hobby expert. Charity fundraiser. Hobby teacher. We have at some point or another done all of those things.
Yes. And even if we haven't, just want to point out something. Hold on. Even if we haven't, I can see, there's a certain clique of people who are the same people that downloaded Rage Against the Machine's song to stop.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. X Factor winning number 8, right? Number 1. So if you have that rebellious streak, if you want to see fight back, give the man a bloody nose, then you need to vote no further than us, frankly.
Yeah. All you got to do. There's enough of you that listen. That
at least get us on the ballot.
At least get us on the final in the final 10.
Yeah.
And it's a win for you. It's not just a win for us. It's a win for our fandom.
You're right. You're right. Think of the prestige.
The justification.
I listened to that podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of charity fundraising,
You'll notice, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, there's only two of us promoting this concept.
Yeah, Mr. B is suddenly
Mr. Beast,
I was actually about
because
to.
he thinks everybody else is a much better
player
player
at Hell Let Loose and
player
podcaster.
and podcaster than we are. But not us. Me and Graham have
Yeah,
absolute faith and
Yeah.
unwavering confidence in
Yeah.
our own abilities.
Yes, we are the walking Kruger-Dunning effect, as they call it.
I've been given a suggestion for a charitable thing that someone is like, you guys should do this. And I think I've mentioned it to her, but I probably haven't chased it up.
You did mention it.
I'm like, can I? Can we? It sounds a bit hard, but maybe I'm going to start. I'm going to explore it.
What is it again?
He wants to play Heresy for 20.
I will tell you off so that it doesn't, so nobody nicks the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't trust.
It involves buying a yellow bus from America and taking it to underprivileged areas.
There we go. You just need to win the lottery.
Hey, look, I bought a ticket. Who knows? Tomorrow I could have 5 million quid in the bank.
Who knows?
Never know. Anyway, right. Okay. So moving on. What have you got for us next, Chris?
What have I got for you next? I don't know, because I was too wrapped up in that. As per tradition, Wyman community have shared some of the team's efforts in painting the new Cataphracti Terminators and the Breachers, and I just did images of the Cataphracti.
I've got to be honest. I don't know what it is. I know Heavy Metal have got their style, and sometimes it's absolutely phenomenal. But as soon as you give these models to the community, they look so much better.
If I'm honest with you, I really like the Ultramarines. I think the Ultramarines look really good.
Yeah.
Blood Angels ones.
Yeah, they're not as good.
They're okay.
No offense to the painter, they're just not as good as the Ultramarines ones. I think it's just the fact that they don't pop quite as much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They feel
thing about
very dull, muted.
Dashes of white on those Ultramarine ones, I think, lift them completely. The colours they look really nice on those Ultramarine ones.
Not that I should criticise, because they're still painted way better than I ever could. And then we've got some traitor ones here.
Sons of Horus are just there in there.
Yeah, those World Eaters are absolutely
super cool with blood on the power fists. I liked the basing on what I assume is the sergeant on the just there and there, sort of treading someone into the floor.
Yeah,
they're nice.
I really don't know why Games Workshop just don't hand these things over to community painters before they put out the things, because it's
I think the Iron Warriors that they've done it. They've first that non-metallic metal, whatever. It hasn't got. Or was that? Maybe it's not Iron Warriors. I don't know.
Yeah, the Iron Warriors ones that they're.
Probably you couldn't. It's difficult to sort of make the images bigger to look at them properly.
Yeah, and again, we looked at these in the store when we were down there, and they look great. The ones that are on the Heavy Metal ones that are fine. The photos just do not do them justice.
There are some other World Eaters ones, but they're sort of all dirty and grimy. But
those
the shoulder colour is just a bit. It's just really picky, and it's not. It's going to sound really sort of like doing well. Absolutely, they are amazing. I love them. I don't like the blue on the shoulder pads.
Do you know what? You're not wrong, because that's exactly how I painted mine when I did World Eaters. But I think people do a lighter blue now, which looks a lot nicer. I think.
I prefer the dark, the sort of the navy blue than the lighter blue.
When I did World Eaters, I did that thing last year where I painted something from everybody, and
you did, yeah.
But they're all good. Don't get me wrong. There isn't a bad group of 5 models in all of the 15 that they've put up on the site. I think they all look super cool. Super.
I can do.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
To be fair, that's not hard.
Cool. So we've got the Relics Festival is a thing now, I guess. So I don't know what it is. And that means that next Thursday, Games Workshop is showing all their third-party mech for Heresy. We're expecting an update on the Horus Heresy RPG, as well as more Joy Toy nonsense. Well, we'll wait and see.
We did get asked, why don't we cover the Joy Toys? And I'm like, first of all, we're a family-friendly show. And then when they explained what they were, I was like,
it's actually pretty good. You even got the timing right on that.
He even got the timing right.
Well done.
Well done, Mr.
Learning. Well done, Mr.
I don't think they for us they're more of a toy show thing. It's not.
They're all cool.
I'm cool. I just don't think there's something that our audience is gonna.
I don't know what the other than being ornamental things. I don't really see what I know there are people that play Zone Mortalis games with them.
Or Kill Team or something. I mean, if the people who make Joy Toy want to send us some Joy Toys for us to review and spread the word of Joy Toy across the universe, 100% will do that. But they aren't cheap.
Our bag of Valdor, if there's my Valdor here in the back of the back.
I like them. I just don't think they appeal to our
Well, again, why don't we ask the audience? Do you want us to cover Joy Toys, which means we'll have to buy the bloody things? Or
I'm not spending
not at liberty
$50 on a.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about they are ornamental. You're right, but then so's my collection of Gundam. Right, I don't do anything with them except put them on a shelf. But I suppose there would be joy in building them. Yeah, I do.
If we had a studio, if Edge of Empires Towers was real, if we had a studio, I would have them as part of the background. So that's kind of for me.
Yeah, a bit like Graham has his Gundam in his background.
Yeah, I would just have just those on shelves behind us of our own factions. I think that would look super cool. But beyond that, I'm alright. I think
I really fancy painting a Gundam at some point.
Gundam, I've got one to build actually. I need to build that.
They're a lot of fun to build.
I fancy getting the traditional Gundam and just painting it up in that what do you call it, the whole chipped up, damaged thing that's become fashionable. Like, okay, right. Last bit of this.
There isn't any mention in that list, by the way, of the Heresy role-playing game. I noticed there's the 40k Wrath and Glory, and there's the fantasy one, but there isn't one about the Heresy one.
I have actually contacted and got a response back about that. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to kind of do a hey, we like Heresy, we like role playing games. Do you want to have a chat? And I did get a response, and they're like, it's not that close to being released, but we absolutely will want to have a chat with you at some point. So I thought that might be.
He's signing me up.
Why are you doing it for the Joy Toys, man?
We
like toys and we like joy, and so could we have some?
Someone else can DM this game.
You are absolutely going to have to. I think it would be cool as a what's the word I'm looking for?
Stream,
yes.
If only I hadn't somewhere in the midst of time already thought up what I would do for a Heresy role-playing game. Because I'd have a number of PDFs.
Yes, I did mention that you were looking at. I think was it Deathwatch you were basing it on?
Yeah, Deathwatch. There are Heresy conversion PDFs for Deathwatch, and I have the Deathwatch books. So.
Yeah, apparently this one is going to concentrate on the characters that you're playing as Centurions. So
yeah, we can change that. We can change that.
But it'd definitely be worth having. I think it'd be worth having a chat with them and seeing what. Seeing it would be cool. Because we like role-playing games and we like Heresy, so
good shout, Mr. B.
So I just gave them a knock, and they're going to pass it on to them, and the marketing team is going to get in contact with us at some point.
Do the same for Joy Toy, because I want one.
He was
I mean, games.
Which one do you want?
There's nothing. So
you know what? It doesn't help that we're absolutely terrible at actually contacting people and saying, "Hey."
We're in it for the love. We're not in it for the merch. We gave up on the merch a long time. I gave up on the merch a long time ago.
Sweeping disappointment that we constantly get nothing from Games Workshop.
Something that will probably not endear us to Games Workshop, but they are.
I mean, you mean that
I have opinions.
The previous statement would.
I have some comments here.
Just quickly, Graham, what Joy toy would be the one that you go for? Is the real question.
I don't know actually. Maybe an Iron Warriors one, or don't they have some of the Primarchs now?
Yeah, they have most of the Primarchs.
And a Dreadnought,
Mhm.
I believe.
So
They have a knight.
They have
actual
personal armor.
Imperial Knight in Joy Toy
You can
set.
have a Domitar. You could have
Really?
a
Oh, a Domitar would be nice. That's a lovely
Tyrant
one.
Siege Terminator Squad, 2 guys.
I'm just trying to think.
How much would one of
Uh,
those set you back? Just out of interest.
Which was
Domitar Terminator Squad
Yeah.
is currently on sale
Oh,
and
good.
is $40.48.
Oh, that's not terrible.
But that might actually only be one. I may have told you a lie.
Okay.
Oh, set of 2. It is a set of 2. So a set of
Okay.
2, sorry, is £80.
I'm just trying to think.
A singular one is £40.48.
That's not terrible.
There's been a couple of Captain Titus figures, and I'm just trying to think which was the bad one. Because
Perturabo
Yeah.
will set you back £123.
Nah,
it's Joy
all
Toy
right.
that did the good Captain Titus. Because there was a Captain Titus done by I think it was McFarlane, and he just looks like that. Have you ever seen that meme of the guy with the gammon complexion, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
love me, just love me country, and it's like it
Yeah.
looked like him. It was absolutely dreadful. And it was,
Valdor is $112.
Mm,
Must ignore the PayPal checkout sign.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, ignore it for now. Ignore it for now.
Ignore it forever.
Yeah, the stuff's cool. It's just, yeah, as you say, it's very expensive, and if we had a place to put it in the background. Okay, right. Last thing then. Today, Games Workshop announced they are abandoning the Black Library website. It's closing down on the 31st of March. They are replacing it with an app. Now, they haven't, that way you can read the books. Now, they haven't said if they are abandoning selling MP3s and Audible stuff. They haven't said if they're going to stop selling EPUBs and Mobies through like Amazon and Kobo and what have you. But they have said that you can link your account and get all your current books in this app. Personally,
they stopped doing rule books as digital things anyway.
They stopped doing rule books as digital things. But I think if they moved books and audiobooks into their own app, it will be an absolute disaster.
I think I don't think financially it would make sense for them to do that.
No, it wouldn't. I get it might make sense from a piracy point of view because people do pirate their stuff, and that's easy enough. I mean, when I buy something on Audible, I download it and I convert it into MP3 and I put it on my own server. I buy it, but the point is I want to listen to it on my own devices.
Yeah.
Offline when I want to. I don't want to have to.
I mean, you could do that with Audible anyway. It's just add the Audible app.
They've got an Audible app, but
I think
it's pretty terrible.
I think shoving everything behind into their own app would just be, especially Black Library, where it is pretty good money maker for them. I think cutting off its commercial reach just seems a bit.
I mean, no offense, but to my phone's great, but it's not an e-ink screen. It hurts your eyes if you are reading a book on a phone. It's just not designed for that kind of strain.
No.
That's what an ebook reader is for. I want to read it on my Kindle, not. So yeah, Games Workshop, don't mess around with this one.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think they would. I can understand why they're closing the website down, but I don't see why you would.
Well, I don't understand why they closed the website down
because if they can sell it in Waterstones and more people are going to look for it on Waterstones than they are ordering it from Black Library.
But Waterstones don't sell the EPUBs.
And no, that's true. But I can't imagine that EPUBs and things are a big part of their business front then.
It is big. I mean, considering they don't sell very many copies of the books, the physical books are selling out of the same day they go on for sale.
Yeah.
People are complaining about a lot. They're like, I can't get books because they're not
in print.
Physically available. Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things that the people are rushing online every Saturday to get the books before they sell out.
Gotcha.
So I think if they did put the EPUBs behind into their own app, I think it will be very damaging for sales.
Yeah, maybe you're right, actually.
But that's just me. But I mean, I won't buy it on a dedicated app. I'm not going to bother with that. I will
Yep.
I will not bother. I won't buy them anymore because I want them on my own devices.
Is
With an
Warhammer Art still a website?
It is, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I just wondered if they were.
I've never bought a piece from them because it's a bit expensive,
Mm.
and I don't
No,
have
I just
anywhere
said
to display it
they were.
because I highly doubt Megan and Lindsay are going to be like, yeah, put you can put up this picture of a random Nurgle plagueling, Nurgling doing all sorts of, but
Yeah, I just wondered if it was a sort of closing, sort of shuttering almost the publishing arm. Do you know what they do? All the bloody solar maps that they did. There's bloody prints on the Warhammer Art website.
yeah, it's proper
Arseholes.
framed and
Absolute arseholes.
yes, but there's something about the vellum, the plastic vellum, sort of faux vellum that you had compared to just on a wall.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
Never mind.
Black
That's just
Hole
Michael
website
grumbling.
going
Anyway,
in the bin.
Let's go talk. Let's go do some viewer letters.
Right. So next we have some questions, we have some emails, we have some telegraphs, telegrams sent to us via the 1850s. We have got
on the wire,
all
someone's
of-
tapping away.
Absolutely, in Morse code, have been trying to communicate to
That.
us the most burning questions of the day.
Why Americans can't spell anymore?
What's that?
Because they had to, because it cost so much, they took out letters that were unnecessary when
Oh no!
sending wires and stuff.
Yeah, that would make
what's it
some
called?
sense. Telegrams.
So that's what telegrams. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why
Okay.
certain letters. So why color doesn't have a U in America, because
Do I need it?
don't need the U necessarily.
Well, anyway, folks, come for the
I
heresy.
mean, I could be wrong.
Come for the
but
heresy.
That's
Come for get the knowledge. It's all good. So anyway, we have some questions. And the first question we have out of our post bag of delight is from Alex W. And it is, what are your pet peeves in the hobby? An easy question for Chris. There's obviously some sort of stereotype here for Chris, but probably more difficult for Michael and Graham. So without further ado, if it's going to be so flippin'
how
easy,
wrong you can be.
go on then. Let us have it. What are your three top pet peeves? Yeah, I mean, you've got to have more than one. It says peeves, not peeve.
Okay.
I don't think I've got any. I think the heresies are it's a perfectly balanced, well-rounded community that absolutely has no faults whatsoever.
Nonsense. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel privileged on a daily basis to be enraptured in its warm.
What? Guys? Sorry, for some, where's the room gone?
I don't know what he does.
Can you hear me?
It's just madness.
Can you hear me?
He's got like Pornhub continuously downloading in the background or something.
Right. Can you hear me, Chris? Graham? Chris? Can anybody hear me?
I don't want to think about it too much.
No, this isn't me. This isn't me.
No, it's still on air. I don't know if that means you're recording or not. But yeah, like you say, I don't know.
Okay, I can hear
locally on Mr. B's machine because he's set it up a studio kind of thing.
Okay, right. Sorry. Hello, am I back?
Yes.
Right. No, that wasn't me. That was the site that we host this chat on, the Video Ninja site, when decided to have a thing.
Did it?
Yes. Right. fuck's sakes. I can edit this out. That's fine. Okay. I've got some good stuff. I can do this.
He's got the good stuff.
It's going to be good. Okay. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay. Right. Let's go from the top. Chris had done this thing about the hobby being a delight. And I've got proofs of that.
Do we want to start again?
Yep, go on. Straight into the letter. So I can deal with that there. So Chris, okay. So ask Chris for these. Chris, if you can start with your rant against the hobby being wonderful and.
Back into it now. Yeah, I don't have any pet peeves. I think the heresy community, the wargaming community, is a placid, chilled environment that is welcoming to all people, no matter of gender, sexual preference, all of those sort of things. I think that's all completely cool, and how welcoming it is. And I feel blessed to be a part of it most of the time. I think that's just my thoughts. I don't have a single peeve about the hobby in any way whatsoever. And to suggest otherwise, gentlemen, will mean a discussion with my legal representatives.
I kind of think that you took an easy option for Chris to heart in this particular conversation and felt that maybe it was time. I mean, all I've got to say is, how many books did Custodes have? And that's it. You're off.
No, absolutely fine. I mean, every single one of those books was well written, well conceived, and absolutely fundamental to the situation that we find ourselves in today.
Let me try another one on you, if I may. Teleport transponders.
Absolutely.
Okay, how about
absolutely reasonable for them.
Reasonable that the Imperial
Fist did it was,
and yes,
got them for tuppence halfpenny and the Emperor's finest. You know, I completely understand it. I completely get it. It was
makes sense.
These
balance.
are things that
it's all about balance.
You know, it's all about balance. You know, in no way does it annoy me that game designers write rules for weapons that are never going to come to be.
Yeah.
I don't, that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem whatsoever.
No.
That's not a peeve. No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I'm going to start with a peeve, but it's nothing to do with heresy, but this is about, in general, about the hobby.
Yeah.
And it is players who will just take an absolute ton of time to decide where they're moving a precise unit, and they'll move it forward and be, I'm going to go over here, but actually no, I changed my mind. I'm going to put it back and I'm going to move it in this direction. And it's like, but you never.
I feel a bit attacked by this. I don't know why.
No, it's not. No, Chris, you aren't the worst effect. You've done it from time to time.
No. In a book somewhere.
Chris has done this from time to time, but it's not like it's. And I've done it from time to time. But there are some players that I have played that is literally all they do. They have proper analysis paralysis. They're moving the units all over the place, and you never know where it started because you're not that precise.
I see. Yes,
and it's not something that they're doing on purpose. It's just damn annoying. It's like, no, I know that the players that I'm thinking of, I know they don't do it on purpose. They don't do it. James Cleverly, who I played as a kid several flipping times, a former Home Secretary. I reckon he does it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, absolutely does. 100%.
Absolutely. 100%. Typical.
No doubt.
Typical for his political persuasion.
Oh, I'm Ben Elton.
I'm just gonna raise a point here, Mr. B, if I may. But I just thought I'd beat Graham to the punch here. I'm fairly sure that your voting history would purport you as being similar.
Freedom of Information Act that somebody filed against you.
And that's fine. But he is anyway, look, you make up your mind. If you're gonna make a move, just do it.
Okay.
Don't continue.
Fair enough.
Don't continue analyze the perfect position and move them back and forth, because it does mean that sometimes you're like, I don't know where it starts.
This shows the keen insight in the difference between how me and Graham approach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how
the hobby.
Look, if you're gonna think about it, and it's cool. I mean, I play regularly this guy Dale at the Hartlepool Club. Really cool guy, and he will literally talk through.
Does he have a friend called Tucker?
That's a cracking film.
He's the yeah, it is actually
It's great.
cracking it. Brilliant film. But no, he will literally talk through his head, talk out loud. This is my plan. I'll move this here. Allow me to do this. Trigger this stratagem. We'll do this. And it's like, on the one hand, okay, I know what I have to do now to counter your plan. But
Mhm.
he doesn't move his models until in his head he's committed to what he's doing.
I see.
And there are
Right.
some people who
Gotcha.
literally nudge the model, like, I'm moving this model is 6 inches forward. Actually, no, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to move them in this direction. And that annoys me.
Okay.
It's just like, make your choice, but once you move your model, to me, it should be a commit.
Like chess. Once you put your hands on the model, that's it. It's got to
That's
go.
it.
No go. No backsies.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
And it's not because I think, oh, you're cheating or anything. It's just because it can mean, when you move something and then you move it back, you don't get it in the exact same position. You might end up, hurting yourself by moving it too far backwards or whatever, or you might get an advantage and it just, I don't know, disrupts the flow.
I suppose there are people who are. I have called people the Cliff Thorburn of heresy. For those of you who still remember black and white televisions, Cliff Thorburn was a snooker player in the 80s, I want to say. And he was notorious for being really, really slow when he played snooker, but would also play, rather than sort of pop the balls, he would play for a lot of snookers, which didn't make it for a very interesting thing, and basically kind of bored his opponents to death in terms of winning. So yeah, I think they called him something like the grinder or something like that before that was a whole different connotation.
All right. Yeah.
But yes, there are people that I've, who take on all
he was called
the grinder. Yeah.
He was called the grinder. Yeah.
It meant something different back then.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, he was. So anyway, there are people. Mark Frost, I'm going to call him out. He whenever we were playing at Company of Legends, Mark was always the last person to finish his games. He got his money's worth. Let's put it that way.
To be fair, when I played Mark, that was because we were having such a good time actually joking about
him smashing your army to bits in two turns.
He smashed my army to absolute smithereens, but we had an absolute laugh doing it.
Okay,
I don't mind that. There's nothing wrong with slow play if the reason for the slow play is you're having a laugh with your opponent, like when you play James at the event.
Yeah, fair enough. That's not an unreasonable thing to say at all. But anyway, there are But I mean, you have heard people. I have known people when I played competitively who would slow a game down because they knew that if it went to the extra turn, they would lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So there is people who do that. Okay, well, I've got some peeves, probably more than most. So I think that when you sort of turn up to an event and the first conversation you have with somebody and you just know there is zero chill here to be had with this person and zero banter. Basically, it's going to be one of those games and you've kind of already resigned yourself. This is going to be a slog. I think that's probably, shake hands, say hello, ask how your games are going. Have you had a good time?
They're not there to have a good time. They're there to They're there to win the game, and
yeah. So I think that's one.
To be fair, we do have a player locally who it's a bit like that, but it's more because he's got he's very neurodivergent, and it's simply he doesn't know how to.
That's fair. That is a fair point. I mean, and that's not a bad shout actually, Mr. B, because not everybody's out there. They're slightly more introverted, and like you say, small talk may not be feature heavily in their repertoire. So that's perfectly reasonable, I think. But there are other people that you think,
there are other people who just want to get down with it,
put you on the back foot. I think so. I think that's one. I think my other one is definitely Aunt Sallying. So like reading a rule in a particular way, and then pulling that one out the bag early doors. Or, at some crucial point in the game, there's nothing that will annoy me more.
There is a very good reason why the rule book is so.
It's much. I must say that actually, that it does seem to have cut down on some of the ambiguity. I think that there was in the previous editions. They've been quite circumspect with that, which I welcome, of course, being the power gaming person that I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Yeah, I think it has been pretty good for that. So that's one. But my final peeve, and we saw this when we went to Warhammer World, is people going to events wearing singlets or wife beaters, as I think they're affectionately known in the trade. So this is like a vest, for want of a better word. Nobody wants to see your hairy pits, man. Put them away. It's a shared community space. Wear a t-shirt. Don't go around like you've got your old, slightly peculiar vest on. I mean, like you just got out of bed or something, or from a 1970s sitcom. And, we don't need it. Don't need it in the hobby. Don't want to fashion shame anybody, but get a t-shirt.
But
I'm going to.
But
But I'm going to go out there and say,
absolutely going to go.
it's a peeve. It doesn't necessarily have to be logical or reasonable. It's a peeve.
No, that's absolutely reasonable. And I know you're a big proponent of the 3-piece dinner suit situation.
Well, I think this is what we should do. I think we should, as Rudyard Kipling intended, the father of modern wargaming, we should dress up like we're from the 1910s, including Harris tweed and maybe a monocle and a hunting stick, something like that. I think that's what we should go for next time we go away. Proper
swagger stick.
Swagger stick. Well, no, I'm thinking more about one of those sticks, when they go
Like a
grouse
cane?
shooting.
Like
But you can sit on it, because it folds down.
Oh, yes.
That kind of thing. So I think that's probably how we should honour, modern wargaming by doing exactly that as it was intended in the living rooms of Surrey. We should go back to that, properly dressed up with a tie, dicky bow optional. I think if you want extra points, but yeah, definitely. And speaking a proper clipped English accent.
I see. I mean, we can set these are all certainly
doable.
achievable.
Doable, I think.
If lofty ambitions, I feel to
Actually,
make this
getting a nice tweed is very expensive, as I found out.
It absolutely is. Are we suggesting that a formal dress code applies to everybody? So are we saying evening gowns for the ladies that are playing as well?
Well, I would go. I mean, maybe not. We're not talking about full white tuxedo for dinner kind of thing. I mean, I might let that go a little bit. I'm slightly relaxed, but I would certainly
so relaxed on my incredibly rigid.
What I would expect you to wear if you were on the SS Queen Mary visiting the captain's table or something.
I
that
do need to get my spats out, is what you're telling me.
Possibly spats, possibly. So I'd probably wear, maybe depends. Kilt would be acceptable if you're from north of the border.
Some sort of
perfectly reasonable.
Geordies have their own tartan. We have our own kilt.
A formal dress of any persuasion is
preferable.
Preferable / required.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Yeah, maybe we could have an event just like that. With added points for most well groomed.
Okay. Well, we can do this.
I'm not winning that. Okay,
you are so not winning that.
Yeah. I was just saying, very mean. Then
yes, go on. No,
I was just thinking Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances.
Yep, that's true. And you know what I was thinking? Did you ever see the sketch? I can't remember which. I think it wasn't the Fast Show, but it had Bob Mortimer playing a Geordie, and it was like Shackleton's expedition to the North Pole.
Yes, love it.
And
and Amanda Holden is his girlfriend.
Yeah, and it is basically they're like talking, like narrating how cold it is, and then Bob Mortimer's like, "Well, hey man, come on a Saturday night, we're going out on the beer," and he's like got his top off in the North Pole because the Geordies.
Oh yeah, so
he's ever seen them.
He's packed the provisions and it's all
lager. It's lager and crisps, or iron brew or something. Anyway, very funny sketch. But yes, very true, Mr. B.
So, you want to be wearing trainers.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think if I do have a genuine peeve, is people that talk you through their list at the start of a game, but talk through it so quickly that it is conceivably impossible for anyone outside of some sort of augmented mind situation to take in every bit of information suddenly offered to them.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that's
Almost trying to obfuscate their army list.
yeah. It's just like this is
Don't worry about this. It's nothing to worry about. Oh my god, that really is something to worry about. Yeah.
It's a thing. Don't worry about it. It just means it can run 6 inches,
Yeah.
charge, shoot, and it will detonate when you kill it.
Some people get angry. Well, not angry, but a bit irked if you ask them, "What does that do again?"
Yeah.
That's I mean, yeah, it's just silly because look, you can't know the rules inside out for every unit in this game.
You absolutely can't. Yeah.
And that's fine. And you should be. And I always try and answer the questions about what my units do. And then someone will explain to me that actually, you do know that it means you could have done this and you've been not doing that all game. And I'm like,
I think the other thing I think is that sometimes people expect us, because we talk about the hobby, to know every rule about the hobby, and that just doesn't. My brain doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And unclear instructions for building models, as I discovered at the weekend while trying to put together a Sherman Firefly for bolt action. There are bits on there that I don't actually know what they are or where they actually go because the instructions are not clear enough. Those are my
all those instructions are
you think that's bad, right? The Gundam, the red Gundam on the shelf up there, only came with Japanese instructions.
Oh yeah. No. But these
so I had to basically get Google Translate on it to try and work out what the hell I was building. So that was next level.
Yeah.
I think obfuscation of rules. That's my main.
Another peeve I have.
No, we're open the floodgates here. So like a therapy session.
What everyone can't see is there is a Swedish man in a chair. We're all in the room for a change, and there's a Swedish man on the other side of the room, and he's just jotting this all down. Turtleneck,
tweed jacket. I guess nice tweed jacket.
Round glasses, just making notes as we bring these things up, and there's the occasional sucking of the teeth. Kind of thing going.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on. What is it, Mr. B?
Obviously, unload your peeve.
Great question,
okay.
Alex.
No. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna qualify it. Okay.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me get the lawyer on speed dial. 2 nuggets.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. This could go one of 2 ways.
This could go anywhere. Go on.
Unpainted models. Now I will quantify that by saying I completely understand that sometimes people, because not everybody is a jobless waste of space like me, and has enough time to paint an army in a week, right? So I understand there are a lot of people.
By that.
I understand there are a lot of people who simply, it takes them a long time to get a fully painted army on the table, and that is perfectly understandable. However, there are some people who will buy, and this is, to be honest, this is more of a general wargaming thing, but especially for 40k, who will buy the latest and greatest thing with the new meta, not bother painting it, put it on the table, and that's week in, week out, and it's all the time. That is what they have. That is pretty much their army. They can maybe got 1 or 2 core units that are always in the game, like your intercessors or your devastators. They're painted, but the latest and the greatest unit, your Blade Guard veterans, your what's the not Death Watch, the Deathwing guys who there's some Deathwing bodyguards in 40k that are really good at the minute. I've seen quite a few of them unpainted, and they're never going to be painted. Sorry?
Wrong crowd to bring in them. We have 2 of us have no idea what
we're talking about. But
I've seen it in Heresy as well. There's a guy who plays. He's down south mostly. I've played him a few times when he's come up here for events. Right? He has this unit, and it's always the same unit that has no weapons. It has no backpacks. It is just the guys. Right?
Right. A unit of Norris Norarms.
Exactly. It changes every damn time I play. Oh, now it's a heavy support squad. It's a support squad. And it's like, so you're not actually putting any effort into making this squad. You're just using the Marines and using it for whatever.
No arms, Norris. Well, that's not right, is it? non-WYSIWYG things is another one. While we're here, fuck it, let's go for it.
Let's do it.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm absolutely non-WYSIWYG drives me up the wall, and that's because of Adam. Because Adam drilled it into us from an early age, battered it into us literally with his sharp words. You know, you have to have WYSIWYG. I mean, there's certain things like searchlights. I'm not bothered about. Right,
A weapon a weapon on a model should be the weapon it's meant to be.
I think that's exactly right.
I think that's the kind of point where I'm at. I'm not too worried if I haven't got the 8 grenades on the belt.
Yeah.
I
I've got
the
Melta
pistol on the
yeah. But
the pistol on the leg.
Whatever that model's shooting or wielding, that's what it's shooting or wielding.
Or it should be conceivably different from a different weapon.
Yes, that could.
Yeah, if you kit bash something.
If I wanted to use my axes, I wouldn't say they were spears. I'd say they were a different kind of spear or something, because then they are different from what they're meant to be. I think
I feel better for that.
That's
again, it's going to be mentioning 40k. But when the last tournament I attended, I got an email from the organizer when I submitted my list. Why haven't you listed your sponsons and your hunter killer missiles? And I'm like, because my models have them. He's like, but you could take them and just pretend you have them. I'm like, my models don't have them.
Quite right.
I'm not gonna put.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a symptom of 40k not having equipment costs. It's just assumed that you will min-max units.
I don't think I understand 40k anymore. I think the more I hear about it, the more I'm just like, I don't know what's going on there.
Buy tank and it just comes with everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't pay for war gear. It encourages a bit of min-maxing, which I think is not great, because there are so many for Sigmar. It doesn't make any difference, because there's not a lot of weapon choice in there. You might have the alternative weapon, but it's not like you can load out a unit in a certain way. Whereas in 40k, you've got your devastators, and it's like you pay the base price, but it doesn't matter whether it's armed with heavy bolters or las cannons.
It's still the same price.
Yeah, and it just encourages min-maxing of everything.
It feels a little bit lazy, because it all takes some of the. It's like, oh man, I want this unit, but it's got 5 las cannons, and I can't afford 5 las cannons, so I need to take something else off my army to get the 5 las cannons in, or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's it. It's when you see, and you know what? I tell you what, I've seen historical war games, and they look amazing. When you go to things like Battleground, like you see the historical war games, they're all painted up, right? And then you got someone else who's playing, and it's like, oh, there's a couple of half your army isn't painted.
I think
it just doesn't look cool.
We saw that. We saw that at the doubles at the 40k doubles, where there was armies that were red and black because the color minimum was required on them. You're always gonna get an element of that, I think. But
I mean, when the guys came over to us, the sort of person who was the compere, I suppose, of Warhammer World at the time, sort of came over and said, "Oh, it's great to see all your armies are fully painted." It's like, well, yeah.
Is there another way of doing it?
We wouldn't turn up without, to Warhammer World without a fully painted army.
I mean, I don't play with unpainted models. That's just my personal thing.
Yeah, no,
I have the time. But then we have a fella who we're not going to name, but we all know who he is, who turns up at the Company of Legends with an unpainted Thunderhawk. He hasn't even primed it. And he's playing Dark Angels, so he could have just
done it black.
And
painted black, like the Rolling Stones said.
Yeah, it's just like, dude,
come on,
Thunderhawk.
Yeah,
I think people playing armies for the power gaminess of them and trying to palm it off as if they love that army.
Oh yeah,
I think that's on my that would be on my list of peeves.
Oh, now you've opened another door for me to
maybe
worldly players who
I hate.
No disadvantage to that army, so I'm going to play that army.
Yeah. And then when that does get slightly nerfed, go and play something else. My biggest. Oh, now you've mentioned it. This is probably my single biggest peeve. Now that you mentioned it, right?
I mean, I know
people who justify taking
Yeah.
really, really strong units by made up
Narrative
fluff.
crap. Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
it's
I mean-
narrative. Well, it does. I don't care whether it's narrative or not. It's still no fun to play against. That really irks me. I mean, that's like top four. That gets me quite angry, actually. I've got to be honest with you. So yeah, don't use narrative to justify your power gamingness. I
Yeah.
prefer, and I have done this myself. I will just say my army is pretty flipping filthy.
Yeah.
And just own it, right?
Yeah.
Just own it. I think don't try and justify it by, well, this unit is what they had on the Battle of whatever, why, so therefore I'm taking it to represent. No, you're taking it because it's 10 las cannons, right? And because 10 las cannons is pretty damn fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas
the last edition.
I'm just like, you know, yeah, this is quite a strong list. I'm really sorry. If you know, if there's a mismatch between the army lists, own it.
Yeah.
Don't try and
That's just
justify it.
asymmetric wargaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's like we've had things where, I mean, you and I have had games where it's been like, I tell you what, because my army's really powerful, I'm going to take 500 points less. You've literally said that, brought 500 points less, and it's been a good game nonetheless.
Well, I told you I should get 500 points.
Yeah,
Right?
Mr. B, he has never taken 500 points less in a game
That's not
in
true.
years.
Sure, that's not true.
No, you have. You have it.
Yeah.
No, he's not Mr. B. He
I'm
snuck
not
it
sure
in
if you. I'm
somewhere else.
not sure if you were just taking pity on me.
I think the problem is that sometimes it does. You have to be a bit careful with this because I have done it in the past, you know, where I've not fired las cannons or I've not fired vehicles because it's like they're going to destroy that unit, and I still would like this to be a game, you know. And it's not.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not a lot of fun to have. So you kind of conveniently forget, but then, you know, you don't want to sort of be condescending with that either, if you see what I mean.
Yeah,
So
like
it's a bit
when
of a fine line.
we were at Warhammer game and I was playing Chris, and it was, I should have used the reaction to move my Yumi back to deny him the Vanguard points.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I legit wasn't condescending him. I was just looking at the wider battlefield. That was one of the very first choices I would have had to make. That squad was going to die, whether it was to firepower or assault, and we already had enough of points that the Vanguard made no difference to Chris.
Yeah, I think
so
if
I chose to save the reaction point.
I think in, you know, tabling or creating very quickly a no-win situation in the game just instantly kills the game.
Yeah, agreed.
But for everybody,
is all too
but some people,
common.
you know, there are some people that live for that because it's the
Mhm.
superiority complex vibe. But
Yeah,
you know,
all too common with these missions that we have in the main rulebook.
Yeah, they don't really.
Very quick.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, my final of my three peeves.
I've had about 400 now.
yeah, we are rolling.
I think it is gonna be it's basing. It's basing. It's not having based your army. Chris has done this once, and I've taken the mick out of him ever since for it.
I'd like to point out, Mr. B, I've never not based an army, despite
You've had
what the
bases that aren't painted.
yeah, the
Themed bases.
themed bases. Yeah, they've still got stuff going on. They're just not necessarily.
I think it was your Blood Angels, which were for a long time not properly based.
Sure.
But I think that's because
Oh, it doesn't forget.
you had a
It's
very
also factually incorrect, but that's okay.
Okay.
you had a very
Honourable
complex
member
basing
from
scheme that you
Hartlepool
were working
South.
on. You had
Okay.
a very complex basing scheme you were working
Yeah.
on. So, but no, there are some people who just don't base their armies. It's annoying. And this is going back to my childhood, to be honest, for the most part. A lot of people would like just not base their armies. And it was like, even at the time, it was like, you can buy a pot of oregano, you can just get your army painted. And yes, it's going to make me go, I just fancy a pizza right now when I smell it. But or tea bags, as Graham likes to use.
I've had a problem with tea bags.
What?
They actually go
What's the difference?
much different colour. Yeah, they go a different colour after a while. So I have to rebase my cunning plan of tea bags.
If I'm going to use a material like that, I paint it. I use the texture. I paint it.
Yes.
This is what I would do. If I was using tea bags, I would put the tea bags on. I want the texture. I'm painting them, dry brushing it to get the colours I want.
Not a bad idea.
I
Okay.
think what would my final one would be the fact that grown adults who cannot accept change in a game in any circumstance whatsoever, cannot accept any form of there's a certain irony to me saying this.
Hold on a
But
minute.
no. The introduction of different genders into armies,
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
different genders being portrayed in the hobby in certain ways, different sexual orientations being portrayed in the hobby, things like that. Just roll with it, people. It doesn't really matter.
Nope.
It's
Yeah.
good that it's there. It doesn't negatively affect you at all.
Yeah.
So
Use
just
a different head.
use it. Yeah, just take a head off, put a different head
Yeah,
on, or
job
whatever,
done.
or just don't engage with that if it's that triggering for you that
Yeah.
it ruins your immersion in the game. That I think it's a fairly serious one, but I think that is absolutely the most annoying thing I find on the internet.
I'm 100% with you there. And it's like I've often said that when it comes to Space Marines, I'm not keen on female Space Marines for my army because I like the law that's written where it's basically, what it is.
Haven't they pretty much said that, though? That
They have already said
not
that, so they're not going to do it. But this is what I'm saying. If they were to introduce female Space Marines, it's like, cool, brilliant for the people that want it. It's not for me, but
Yeah. It doesn't take anything away. It adds something in. I think that's always
adds something for others.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
I mean,
And the
it's
same
like
thing
when-
is the people that go on female hobbyists' social medias and go, "You're not a real fan." Da, 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 da.
Oh,
It's like, who cares? Why is it such a concern for you?
I mean,
yeah.
early last year, I did a social media course, free one at the college. I still need to put a lot of that stuff into practice for us.
Yeah.
It's one of the things they were
Get
saying.
your finger out.
Yeah, I know. One of the
Look,
things they
if we
were
can get his
saying.
computer to work for longer than 5 minutes, it'll be
Oh,
anything
yeah.
minute,
but
yeah.
miraculous. Let's not-
One of the things they were saying and they were teaching was literally, if you are a woman in any kind of hobby thing, as a social media thing, if you want to get eyes on your account, you have to show yourself. Men don't bother, but women, you really do have to show yourself. And it's like, okay, so, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot to unpack with that. But if a girl is literally, and this is one thing there, you're not showing off your model, you're showing off your personage.
Your personality.
And it's like, yes, because that's how they get eyes on their account because they're a lass, and apparently it works, and it is what it is.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. B, we have to sack you for a win.
Yeah.
That's the only way forward. We have to find somebody keen to, be on the podcast on the YouTube. Maybe our YouTube subscriptions would go for more than 3 if we instigated this social media policy. Failing that is always your Dolly Parton impersonation.
Yep, that's what we're going to do. Dolly
That would
Parton,
work.
That's it.
permanent.
Yep. No.
Okay,
Intrusive thoughts.
All right.
Intrusive thought.
shall we move on to the next letter before we end up going down more rabbit holes?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. Right, next letter we have was Alexander K. Alexander, I'm sorry if I butcher this. What do you think is the real core appeal of wargaming? Is it the strategy and competition, the hobby side of building and painting, the social aspect, or the shared storytelling around the table? And which of these do you think will keep people in the hobby long term? Would love to hear your thoughts. I had to translate this from Ukrainian. I love to my Ukrainian listeners, but I don't speak or read the language. So,
nice to send it though.
if I've screwed up this translation, I do apologize. Well, Google has done that.
Okay.
Chris, I've just got your message there.
Yeah, exactly. Core appeal of wargaming.
I would say to all of that, yes.
Yeah. I think it depends. Do you know what? You're right. If you had all of those things, you would have an excellent game. And I have had games where I think I've had all of those things in the past. Those are the games that really stand out for you. But I remember playing Gary recently, not the last one day event, but the other one, and there was like he had a story to tell with his army, which made the game really engaging. It was really
Scottish
really cool.
Gary, yeah.
It was really cool, and again, a really nice guy. So social aspect to it was absolutely there. It'd done a fantastic job of building and painting this army with this great story with it. But it wasn't like 4 pages of story you had to read. He sort of told the story about his army, like why, these two commanders were on opposite sides of the battlefield because they hated each other. That kind of thing. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And the Mastiff, the sort of cyber Mastiff that he had with him, which he called Graham, which of course is always going to win me over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and again, it was a good game. It was a well fought, strategically cool game as well. So yeah, it's hard to say what is the core appeal there. What is it? I suppose if you were going to, I think probably the thing that got me into it in the first place was the first of those, which is
Building and painting.
No, the strategy and
strategy.
competition.
Yeah, I think because certainly for Western kids growing up, World War II is always a thing that it's going to become less of a thing going forward because the generations that were involved in it are not able to pass on those stories. So it's all going to become, but our grandparents were involved in it. So, and then you would find out about the battles, and then you wanted to, play toy soldiers as a kid and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's that progression from that. It's okay. Now I'm the quote unquote general. I'm making the calls, and I think that's where certainly that element comes from.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm trying to think. I mean, I think it's
The shared
yeah.
story.
I think for me, I think it was the strategy and competition. Because what I like games. I never really liked board games where it was luck.
Yeah.
So you were just throwing a dice, and if you got the right number of dice, I liked games that had
That's
strategy to them.
what it comes down to, in the minutiae of it.
I think so, but I suppose I've always thought about this. It's actually the reason why some things have got a 2+ save and some things have got a 6+ save is for that reason. It's like actually statistically, there's less chance of them dying to that, but there's still a chance.
I think, Graham, that the board game that I'm thinking based on that would absolutely suit your tastes is a board game called Food Chain Magnet. You should look it up. I think it might be right up your tree. I'll find it on the Geek.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that was probably the thing that attracted me because I've said on this podcast, I don't paint and build stuff for the enjoyment of painting and building stuff. I paint and build stuff to get it onto the table to play it.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say that was what the thing that was my core appeal was pitting your skill and strategy against an opponent.
Certainly for me, it was because it was a thing that you and Dave did, and it was something that I could then get involved with you guys.
Yeah.
So if they were jumping off the bridge, would you do that?
Yeah, probably.
You said it was cool.
Bungee jumping.
Yeah, but I think, but that's what it was. That's what it was for me. It was that my brothers do it. It's a cool thing for me to do with my brothers.
So it was the social.
So
the social aspect,
that's social. Yeah, absolutely. And we have stories. We have No Arms Norris, a character that the Chaos Marine that had no arms, and
ever.
It's not just Abaddon.
It's not necessarily the storytelling in the game. I think it is the storytelling that takes place around the game as well.
Yeah, I mean, when we were out with Rozzy, we were talking about the time he threw the dice at him and stuff like that. So, I mean, there is, is, but I think it's not necessarily a story as far as it's like a narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a core appeal. I think it is, as Mr. B said, I think it's all of the things. I think one will get you into it, but all of them will keep you in it.
So I think that's basically what we're saying here. So which of those do you think keeps people in the hobby long term? I think you're right. It's probably all of those, or at least more than one of those things. I don't think you would just be constantly going strategy and competition. The social aspect for me, I think is a big part of it. Well,
it gets people, out of their houses. It gets them into social areas that they may not otherwise do.
Yeah,
and it opens up a community to you. I mean,
you're right. Because the thing is, wherever we go with this hobby, you've always got somebody who talks about it because they're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You've got that shared kind of community, effectively.
Yeah.
I think if I wasn't playing 40, Warhammer, I would probably not have any socialization
And
outside.
I think because it is a
No, me neither, actually. now you
because
mention
it is a personal, you can't do it digitally. Yes, you can. There are tabletop simulator and there are things like that,
it. Yeah.
but it
That's-
requires you to be in a room with another person interacting.
Yeah, it's like a social contract between two
Yeah,
people, right?
exactly. Which I think is infinitely valuable, and especially in male circles
Yeah, I was gonna
who
say.
are, it it is a weekly check-in for people on, the so someone else can see that person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
And you're right,
even in the online spaces, I've been posting recently on Hartlepool Gamers like once a week. Hey, what have you guys all been painting? This is what I did. Share your pictures. And there was one of the guys who sometimes posts just responded with that apparently that post is a highlight of his week. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
You know,
nice.
I copied
we
it from
don't
Phil.
people don't go to the pub anymore,
Yeah.
and then they don't have those interactions, and I think it's a good way for people, no matter gender, whatever, to interact with each other and have a positive shared experience that doesn't it's very difficult to come out of a situation poorly in that environment, I tend to think.
I think you're right. I think, and as Mr. B says, I don't think I would have, as you
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
have friends and stuff who you keep in contact with, but this is something that constantly keeps us together, right? I mean, like, just like say, how many 7 of us going down to Nottingham,
yeah,
or whatever. You wouldn't do that with if just I mean, you might say, "Let's meet up," and it'd be, "Oh, yeah, we definitely need to meet up and go down to the
but
pub and have a beer," but you never would. This is kind of
but
a
also
great way of,
you guys in the past have gone down to Nottingham from the gaming club. You've done
yeah,
weekends away as a club.
Mhm.
It's it creates that community, and then you are encouraged to do more and be more social rather than having a monitor or an internet connection between you.
yeah,
I
agreed.
think that's the real, yeah. I think that's such a big thing of it that
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, and I think it's important. Like, say, there's not many opportunities to do that in the world today, and I think this is one of probably why maybe one of the either consciously or subconsciously one of the big appeals why the hobby is doing so well.
yeah.
Mhm.
You go through, and people will have picked it up during COVID or whatever, and they might have found online, and then they might have found clubs, and it's I think
Yeah,
that's I think you're right.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm so fortunate to know some awesome people that I never would have met them if it wasn't for this hobby.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. B as
yeah.
an example, right? We would never have met each other through any other means of contact unless it was the hobby.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah, we know Warren, for instance. The thing for him is he just likes painting and building models.
Yeah,
While away, he was saying, I'm going to pick up a kit from a different game that he's going to paint and play. That's his thing for it.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There will be something for everybody that gets
Yeah.
has a draw in, but all the elements together are what keep people in
Yeah.
it.
Very, very cozy. I mean,
Agreed.
it's like I'm blunt. I'm not a very good painter, but I like painting. I absolutely
Yeah.
love painting, and for like games like Combat Patrol and Spearhead, you get those little armies for like the two big systems, and you can just paint a lot of variety of stuff, and it's quite cool. But how did you get into the hobby? Actually, let's start with that. How I think that's a interesting tangent. How did you get into?
I think we've told this story though, haven't we?
So,
Is it? Go on.
my one was, we were, as I think we discussed earlier on the show, Adam had a lock-in game at Brighton. We all went. It was the first time I'd gone and interacted with that group of people. Loved it. And then I was at high school at the time, and a guy I knew in my geography class, who I sat next to, was sort of into it, and he was selling a load of Chaos Space Marines. and we came up with the trade. I can't remember what it was for, but that's how I got my first lot of models. And then it's spiraled from there, and look where we are now. But yeah, it was always a thing for me. For the other two do it, it's a thing that I can do with them that gives us a commonality, because there are 16 years in age between me and Graham. There's 11 between me and Dave.
Yeah.
So it would have been big gap, and it would have been very easy, I think, for us to have been disconnected.
No, good point.
So so I think for me, it was that thing of, it's a connection that I get with those two.
Cool. What about you, Graham? How did you get into the hobby?
Well, I'm trying to think now, but I kind of had a. I don't actually. When Rogue Trader first came out back in the 80s, I remember playing that for a bit, but it was actually really expensive even then. If you wanted a full Rogue Trader army, it might have been 15 figures, and they were not cheap. The Citadel miniatures were never cheap.
Yeah, I know. I keep seeing everyone saying, "Oh, when Warhammer was cheap," and I was like,
"It's never been cheap."
When?
Yeah,
so the coinage may have changed, but it's numerical weight.
Inflation kind of happened.
It was expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't remember playing it too much in my sort of teenage years. I'm trying to think when the person who got me back into so there's a story here probably. So I went to work in my first job in IT as a first line support person, and I worked with Lee. Chris will know who Lee is, but he was a very standoffish Devonian character, and for some reason really did not like me when I first joined my work. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I think he thought I was a bit flash and a bit, bit full of myself and stuff. Probably was.
He could be. He could. I mean, even when he knew you, he could always be a bit changeable. I
think you're right. But yeah, so he was like, and I was like, so after about 2 weeks of this, I was like, well, I don't know what I've done to upset this guy, but I'm going to find out. So I said to him, look, what on earth have I done to upset you? Because, every day you monosyllabic to me, we have to work together, we have to work on the same shift. And he was like, well, I don't know really. I was like, well, pack it in. And he was like, all right. And we were great friends after that, right? So there's a bit of a sort of cross-pollination of ideas here. So Lee was running a role-playing game session with Warren and Andy Hoare, the same Andy Hoare that's now, high up in Games Workshop. And so we used to go and we were playing. It was, what was it? Mutant Chronicles, I think. We played.
I have not played that in like forever.
I can't remember there was a role playing game that we played. We played Star Wars role playing game. I remember playing that.
Oh, what's it called? I know the word. Oh, what's the publisher again? Is it Eastern? No. Why is it Eastern?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So we used to go to round Lee's, and there was 4 of us played on a regular basis. And so I sort of said, "Oh, you want to come to the gathering?" That's how Lee and Warren ended up LARPing. But also Lee was like, and Andy was like, "Oh, we started playing this war game," and I'd never really played a war game before. And I think that was Mutant Chronicles. That was the one where it was basically you had like these different factions, but they all kind of owned a planet. But it was really, they were like reflections of sort of different Earth factions. So you had like an American planet, which was Mars, and you had like the sort of British planet, which had sort of Scottish barbarian, like Highlander types on it and stuff like that. But it was a cool war game. It was a cool war game. And we played that for some time. And then I think we switched over to 40k. And that's how I kind of got into it from there, really. I really took my first army was a Eldar army, actually. I remember playing that.
Oh, yeah, I remember those, yeah.
Yeah.
They were tough back in the day, weren't they?
They were pretty tough, but I mean, they weren't as tough as Marines. They never have been. But I think it was things like, but it was just great fun. And I played it a lot. And then I moved on to a Corn Army after that, which was just unbelievably good in version 3 of the rules. But yeah, so that was me hooked basically from there on in. But I think that was but the reason why Adam comes into it is because Adam was working at the Games Workshop's shop, and that's how Lee kind of got talking to him. Then Adam got involved in our role-playing games, and then we started playing 40k as well against Adam and Paul as well, and George and other folks joined in. So we kind of had this spiraling network of nerdism, if you like, that just consumed everybody who got even on the periphery of it, which is amazing, really, when I think
Like
of it.
full on black hole.
I just want to point out to everyone that at not any point has Graham ever abused his friendship with Andy Hall to get us any favours from GW, and that's it.
I don't think he even remembers me, to be honest with you. I did point out to him when I did.
We bumped into him
when I
the
did
open
mention him.
day, and he was the one who said, "Oh, Graham."
Yeah.
It wasn't you going, "Oh, Andy." It was him going, "Oh, Graham."
Well, yeah, back in the day, I was much slimmer and had hair, so I think that's my excuse. So, but yeah, I mean, so that was really cool. Now again, I was living in Brighton in the mid '90s, which was a super cool place to be.
Yeah,
it really was amazing time, like sort of 1996, 97, absolutely awesome. So yeah, so that's about Adam again has been like. It was interesting talking to Adam because he was like, "Oh, so and so, I introduced them into the hobby, and so I introduced them into the hobby." So Adam Smith, actually, who we've been pretty scathing about his ropey dice and what have you, is actually probably
that's another pet peeve actually.
Yeah, he's
unreadable dice.
But the reason why some of our pet peeves come directly from Adam because he's kind of our 40k progenitor. I think we learned how to play the game from him, really.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of set the tone for everything that we did. We used to go to George's shed. He had a big shed in the bottom of his garden with like a load of war games and stuff. And we used to go and play there. And we were like 5-a-side, almost like it wasn't like a game of 5-a-side, and that was where we would wind each other up mercilessly. But yeah, great times.
Was good.
So yeah, there you go, full origin story.
What about you, Mr. B? What about you? What's your?
I think I was 8 or 9, and I got a set of combat cards. And in the back of the packet was this big fold-out thing. In my mind, it's bigger than what it probably physically ever was, but it had pictures of all these Warhammer Fantasy models, and I was like, oh. And I think it was about a week or 2 later, because it was Christmas. I got it with my Christmas money, and I'm trying to think, was it 91 or 92? I can't remember if I was 9 or if I was 8 or 9. And within a week or so, I convinced my mum to take me on the bus to Ipswich, and I went to the Games Workshop, and I spent my pocket money on some Chaos Dwarf figures, and I was hooked from there.
That was it, man.
Painting. Obviously, I had my little gap when I went to university, and there were girls and booze. But I came back to it because we had to go shopping for our food in town because didn't drive. We had to walk past Games Workshop every single weekend, and I would peer in and sort of like do the whole
wistfully
rubberlecking, wistfully. Oh, that looks cool. I remember. I love that, playing with that.
Yeah.
And Lindsay eventually got sick of it.
Face up against the glass.
Yeah.
Got sick.
Window liquor.
She got sick and tired of it. Marched me into the store and was like, "Give him, not give him, but let him make him buy stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a 4th edition starter set, and
nice.
And then 5th edition came out like 3 weeks later.
I mean, I would say that the people that I've met, like through the hobby, as I mentioned, but people like Lee, Warren, Adam, they have been my friends for life. And that whole sort of nerd thing, which I suppose a lot of people may not get because they're a lot younger, but it was very, very uncool to do this kind of thing when I was growing up. And you can see it in Stranger Things, for example, which is actually not a terrible reflection of what it was like growing up in the 80s, particularly if you were on that periphery.
Well, I would say.
If you're on the outside of that sort of, you were a little bit different. You did different things, like D&D, which we played a lot. But those folks that I've met through that shared interest in, fantasy and role-playing games and video games and stuff. They've been absolutely. I'm so grateful for that. Really, am genuinely. they've made my life so much nicer, I think, and it's just been a wondrous great gift to
I mean,
have.
outside of my family and one other person, they are the people I've known the longest in my life.
Yeah.
I've known Adam and Warren over half my life now, which is terrifying.
Because we were trying to work it out, weren't we? And it's like, well, that was actually 30 years ago. Great.
That was that was yeah. I'd have known them 24 years. Since I first started coming to the D&D group. I mean, I had my 18th birthday when we were playing D&D. I mean, that was went on my birthday and played D&D. I mean, that's it does. Yeah, it creates friendships that will last you, forever.
Yeah.
And like
absolutely.
you and Wazzy hadn't seen each other for a good few years, and then we started playing D&D. He joins the group, and then we meet up for the
That's
first time you guys are face to face, and it is like you snap back into the relationship
I
that you
think
had.
I read somewhere that's like you can know who your true friends are if you can not see each other for a bit, but as soon as you're back together again, it's like you've been away for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what that was.
And I think you get more of those relationships in this environment.
Yeah,
because it's such everything is a shared experience. It's not a singular experience. So you do you create these stories. We've got so many LARP stories that are
not
absolutely
repeatable.
absolutely ridiculous and not repeatable. But they wouldn't mean anything to anybody else
No.
outside of those
Our group.
outside of that circle.
Yeah.
Whereas to us, they are entrenched core ideals of memories that shaped various stages of our lives. These things happened at certain points, and I think it's.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go back to LARP.
I know. I'm looking.
Which you saw, which was funny, but the problem is, and this is always something that I'm kind of wary about, is like say those shared stories, which are great. It's like, but we're never making any new ones, and that always worries me a little bit. Because it's hard, I think, to recapture that.
Yeah,
it's a golden time.
Yes, I don't think it would take long. I think you'll find that once you're back in, using LARP as the experience, once you're back on that site, and
it'll be like you were never.
It's Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah,
something will have happened at some point during that day for it to have been a story that you can tell.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't LARPed since I was at university. I doubt I'm going to do it again.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not as if I'm going to be running around with a sword or anything. I'm just going to bimble around, be an old git.
But I think some of your best bits were not necessarily the bits where you were running around with a sword.
That is very true.
I don't think those were necessarily. They were good, and the fact that me and you and Dave have photos of the three of us literally lockstep in frontline combat against another army is cool. But I don't necessarily think the bits that our friends
you're right.
necessarily are you're most remembered for.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, to be fair, when I was at university doing LARP, I don't think the game actually mattered. I think it was more just the getting dressed up, hitting people with swords, and drinking a lot of mead.
I tell you what we should do is Graham. We should get the guys together. We should just record us telling our LARP stories and put it out, and just let
It's a Christmas episode right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's
that would be so have to go with some serious warnings.
Seriously, NSFW.
It'd be like the Fast Show, and of course we were very, very drunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, it was like I think,
I think
it's a long way of saying that sort of social aspects part of it is it's something that binds us together. In with the nicest possible way. And again, you have something in common with people, and it just creates the best friendships. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly, as you said, for men, which I don't think is something that we do a lot of. We don't have. I think not many men have more than 3 friends or something. When they're in sort of middle age. And I think having a bigger group of people like that to share that experience with and talk to is just awesome.
I would say there are there are a lot of men that I know of and about that do actually have a large group of friends in their middle age. But the only thing they do is go out and get absolutely hammered, and that's it. And it's just like, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, fair enough.
It doesn't feel that I don't know. I'm being overly critical.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Yeah, because it's like, go on. Sorry.
What's the word they use? Basic.
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose it's, I mean, I don't like this. You go out for a drink. I'd like to go out and do something.
Mhm.
If you're going out socially, you go for a meal or go to something like Lane 7 or something other than just sit there and drink.
Just to get,
But having said that, we've had some great times doing that with those folks as well. So it's all good. So anyway, great question. Thank you very much for that, because that was a proper
Tangents.
delve into some of our shared experiences.
Okay. And finally, we have a thing from Kit. You all know Kit. Well, I don't think, Chris, you don't.
Yes, I do know
You know
Kit.
Kit.
I've played
Couple
Kit.
of lessons.
I've played Kit and his big flamer tank. I can't remember what it was.
That's right, yeah.
The
Marcador
was it
Infernus.
Marcador Infernus.
Master and Fan.
He was notorious for having the teeniest. Sorry, I love you, Kit, but he had the tiniest section of Solar Auxilia so that you could bring the Terminator Killer flamer
It
tank.
was great, yeah. AP2.
Yeah.
And the thing was, if anybody else had brought that combo, you'd be like, damn, power gamer. But Kit's a lovely guy, so
He is a lovely guy, yeah.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you can't.
I know Kit.
You can't be mad at him. Anyway, he's running he's going to be. I think he's working with a. They're called the Heretical Foundation. They're doing an escalation campaign to build up heresy armies for 3rd edition. It's starting at 750, and then within 3 months go to 1.5, and then over the rest of the year scaling up. He sent us a link to a WhatsApp group for them to join. So I will put that in the show notes. Yeah.
Where are they doing it? Do you know?
He said Tiny and Weird, but I don't know. I haven't joined the group simply because I would actually love to do this kind of thing, but because I don't travel, and I'm not going to say you know what the thing is, Lindsay would absolutely 100% say, yeah, I'm going to take you up, no problem. We're going to drive you up there whenever you need to do the stuff. I don't want to go to say to her, right, can you drive me up to...
I know exactly what you mean. When I couldn't drive for a bit, it was like, I feel like I'm being posing here.
Yeah, I absolutely feel like I would be imposing too much on Lindsay. It's like there's a club, Big Swampy Robots. They do a lot of Legions Imperialis up at Peter Lee, and it's like I can justify having Lindsay take me to the Durham Club, and the reason for that is that Megan's printer's just finished printing some terrain I'm now doing for the
pipe you aboard or something there, like the Admiral.
It's a
jaunty sea shanty.
You can tell it's baked by the Chinese because
when the Weller man comes,
it does a fun little tune when it starts and when it's finished.
Okay.
There's a rating somewhere, just giving him the salute, handing an envelope right now.
Absolutely.
Sorry, sir, just to mention the print is finished. And,
excuse me, sir.
No, Lindsay,
come aboard.
You can disable it, but I like it.
No, I get it.
I can't knock it
either. That's very cheerful.
No, I can justify asking Lindsay to take me to the club at Durham for the simple reason is Megan's parents are literally a 10-minute drive from there. They will go there, they will have tea, do some journaling, and they hang out with Megan's mum, and it's all good. But I
think escalation, like communal escalation leagues, are super cool.
Yeah, we're doing one in Hartlepool from May for Bolt Action. I will keep mentioning it to Graham.
I started painting my tanks.
Yeah,
getting there.
It's not required for you to play it on the Monday night when the historical guys usually play. You can play it any night of the week because we have access to those rooms that we play games in every night of the week.
All right, cool.
Except Sunday night.
We can sort something out for sure. Hopefully, I'll get it. I spent £50 on paint the other day.
It's easily done.
I couldn't believe it. I went to the model shop at Chesterfield Street, and they have all the paints in the world, and you're just like, yeah, they're only £2 each. That'll be fine.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I'll have some of those.
10 paints later.
When you're painting historicals, it gets very expensive because you want to have the accurate colours.
You do, right? You do. That's what I was saying to the wife. She's like, "Why have you spent £50 on paint? You've got loads of paint." It's like, but these are different paints.
I haven't got these paints. Yeah,
I haven't got. I can't just rock up in with a World War II tank painted in Iron Warriors colours, can I? Of course, I can't.
If it's the wrong shade of grey, wrong shade of green, rather.
Exactly.
It's the wrong shade.
It's wrong. Yeah. So, yeah.
I made the mistake. I think I've made the mistake with my Dunkelgelb scheme because I've gone for literally factory fresh colours, and it looks very bright. And I'm like,
strong tone. That's what I recommend.
I use soft tone. I use soft tone for
strong tone all the way. Apparently,
I use soft tone for the recess shading on it. Which works quite well. But yes, no, escalation link. And yes, we love escalation links. They're quite cool. They are a lot of fun. And it would be, maybe it's something we should have encouraged down our way, but most of the guys we play have already got armies.
Yeah. Totally.
I think that's cool. But excellent thing you're running there, Kit. I'll put the link in the chat. I think I posted it on the on our Facebook page, but I'll post it again in the next couple of weeks just to remind. It's cool. Okay, so that's the letters.
That's it. Nice.
Lovely.
We're gonna go and close the show now. Okay, and we are done for another month. I think we've had fun tonight, and we recorded this over 2 sessions. I think it's been fun.
We've gone back to our prog rock roots with this one. I think it was like we dabbled back in our 5-hour episode.
Just wait. Next month, I'm coming up with a quiz show.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next.
We had things to talk about. So.
Yeah, we'll hopefully have a list challenge next month.
Yeah,
I just forgot it because we had so much going on. But it'll be cool. Any suggestions for this challenges?
We'd love to hear them. Yeah,
that'd be cool. We actually, you know what? We got a little bit of list somewhere that people sort of sent over the years. I'll see if any of them are relevant again.
Gotcha.
Dust them off and
dust them. Yeah. That's always handy. Dust off the old suggestions. Okay, so. It would be awesome if you could leave us some reviews on iTunes, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And please, we'll sort out a social media strategy that actually flipping works and gets stuck to at some point.
Who knows? Games Workshop might even recognise our existence.
Maybe.
The sooner we become a bolt action podcast, the better we're all going to be, as far as I'm concerned.
Actually, I did have a cunning sponsorship idea. Actually.
Yeah,
we could get the people who make New Recruit to sponsor the list challenge. I mean, look at that for a segue. I mean, it's just made.
I don't know how much. I can't imagine how much money they're making to then pass it on to us at any.
Nothing whatsoever. But I figured they might give us a free copy
of
rather than
the entirely free.
No, it's a subscription.
There's a subscription.
It has some interesting chat. For 40k, for example, it gives you access to the stratagems, which makes it really good because the 40k app has that as well.
I don't care about
to own the.
No, I bought it because of the subscription because I figured it's actually super useful, and so I'm happy to support it. So, but we could support them even further by sponsoring the list challenge, right?
It's more expensive over the year compared to what do we call it? Battlescribe. But I think it has a lot more features than simply it gets rid of ads.
Yep, I agree.
Now, to be fair, a lot of those features are more for 40k, but you can do things like add the list of your models in, can't you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
See, I've just got a bunch of Google Docs which have them on now.
Good. I have to go and actually physically look. But yeah, I mean, I got the paid for version just because I thought, what the heck?
Oh, I should do that as well. Okay, brilliant. If you want
we can write to them and say, would you like to sponsor us? All we need is 2 subscriptions. There you go, job done.
But if you want to get in touch with us, you can post on Facebook wall, send a message to that account, or email us at info@edgeofempire.co.uk. Please don't email if all you're going to do is like the last 15 emails we've had, which is, I can do you SEO on your account, on your website to make it awesome, or I can sell you followers. So
Is that like when they say they can sell us followers? Do we
What, like
report
sort of
that to
demonic worship or something?
Well,
though? I mean, is that an
or-
option? I mean, I
or
didn't know that
do
was an
we-
option.
or is
Set
this a
yourself up as
modern?
you are a demigod. How brilliant.
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm entirely on board for that. I was slightly concerned it was a modern slavery issue.
No,
and we'd
but
have
I
to
think it's a demonic, horde of, that you can will worship you and you can do
if
my
it gi-
bidding.
If it gives me an army of bloodletters,
Well,
then yeah, I'm on board.
Why not? And as long as they're willing participants in that particular transition, which one assumes is probably quite painful
Yeah.
momentarily, and then the next thing you know, you're a bloodletter, so who cares anyway? You got a nice axe. Job done.
Sword. You have a sword as a bloodletter.
Oh, I'm thinking of the old school.
You're thinking of Bloodthirster, which has the big axe. The
No,
bloodletters-
I was thinking of the metal bloodletters. I'm sure used to have axes.
I don't think they did.
Could this be the
I thought they had big sword.
the Mandela effect?
Here we go. Let's have a look.
Mid-90s, they were amazing because they had AP3 axes.
Yes, my
Yeah.
wife has a bad case of that because she's like convinced. No, I played Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo as a child, and it's like you lived in Europe. You did not. But
So
there are
these-
a bunch of people who are convinced they did.
So no, those ones have got swords. Those guys have got
right.
swords. Those are horrible. They've got swords.
I always thought they had swords, but
Yeah, they
the
do.
Diaz ones were really cool back in the.
That's right though. That's okay. It's an easy mistake to make.
No, I found one. Here we go.
I found one.
To be fair, you at one point Games Workshop sold a wizard with a machine gun. So
No, I found exactly what I was looking for. Chaos Demons, four bloodletters, classic Warhammer 40k. Do a search for that bad boy, and you'll know that I was not talking nonsense. Classic metal bloodletter, Chaos, with an axe. I thank you, and the rest of my case.
One with an axe.
No, they came in boxes.
you know what? One thing I missed.
Oh, did you get the ones on Reddit? Those aren't that old.
Merlin's Miniatures. Go to Merlin's Miniatures, and you'll whatever they are.
One thing I missed about the old Hall of Miniatures, which was literally just a room with a bunch of display cases in, was they had some of the stuff that wasn't Warhammer that they did back in the day. Like they did some Judge Dredd minis and some and some Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's like
It was.
I wish they would show that in the hall again because that was quite cool.
Yeah. Here, let me
Okay.
let me screenshot this for you. Just to finally put this to bed.
All right, let me. Is it on WhatsApp? Is it?
I'm going to do it now.
Mr. B, continue the close because
Okay, right. Yeah, well, it's going to go on.
Well, me and Graham continue the whole.
Battle.
Now, if you want to help out the show, we've got some affiliate links. We have them with Audible, which you sign up, you get your month's free trial, so you can get and you get all the Horus Heresy books on there. Pick it up. It's $7.99 a month, or I think they do a $5.99 a month account now as well. And all the Black Library books are on there, so it's pretty good. We've all got Patreon, so pop a couple of quid in the tip jar. It's really well appreciated. And or there's Ko-fi, which, as I said, don't think anyone's ever used. We were asked, do you have a Ko-fi? Do you want to set one up? Okay. And then they never.
Was that by the SEO?
No, it was by one of the people who's on Patreon. And it's like, you could have done this through Patreon, but it's there. So, maybe someone will use it one day. And we can also have an Element Games account for affiliate links there. Go through that, and we'll get.
I always do.
And we've got Crystal codes, which I'll put in the show notes. But Chris's is CHR211, Graham's is GRA2794, mine is MIC440. You use them, you get double crystals, which is worth it. And then we get normal crystals, which is also quite cool. We also have affiliate link with The Outpost, which is a great little friendly local gaming store in Sheffield. And that's quite cool. Speaking of, I don't know what I was saying there. Kofi. Greg, he's been quite ill lately. He's posted updates only, so get well soon, Greg. We love you, man. I asked if there was anything, if he needs anything, just say help. And the only thing he's requested is a share of our Kofi millions.
Fair enough.
Well, that's very decent of
And I'm
him.
like,
I mean,
yes, a share of 0 is 0.
Still 0. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
am I
Yeah.
putting in these blood letters into?
Well, I think just so people know I'm not talking
No.
out of my backside.
No, you aren't talking out your backside. Blood letters of corn.
Yeah,
God, they look old.
they are old.
Yeah,
I am old. This is the 90s. Maybe early 2000s.
I think there's a. I'm trying to think because I had my Demon Army early 2000s. Maybe this is the third edition ones, and then the 3.5 ones came along.
Possibly.
Because I'd never had those ones.
Gotcha.
It's going to make no sense to everybody.
No,
listening,
it
but
isn't.
we are comparing images of blood letters. My ones are from clearly a White Dwarf article from way
Yep.
back, probably early 90s, with that art
Well,
style.
a simpler time, with more elegant weapons.
More elegant, exactly.
Okay, so I'm. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's this website.
Oh yeah,
Is Bell of Lost
that one
Souls.
is.
Jesus Christ.
Christ, that's still going.
Yes, it is still going.
Oh, I thought we
They are
outlived that.
suggesting that these blood letters with the axes are 2002.
No, it probably makes sense. See, I had some that I summoned in with my corn army. They were brilliant.
So they're the Juan Diaz ones.
Okay, yeah.
Because I do remember his sculpts for all of the oh my God, those blood letters look awful. The original first edition Rogue Trader stuff from 1986. Pretty bad. Yeah, no, I do remember Juan Diaz's minis were back in the day. All of his chaos stuff was just like, yeah,
Nice.
Anyway, right. So that will be the show. So
Let's go home.
good night.
Good night.
Love and snuggles.